Judgment incoming. I love you still, mommy. When will it end? Tell me, how did we come this way? Oh, my Trinidad and Tobago. Whilst the nation still hope and pray, the devil busy, I say. Oh, my Trinidad and Tobago. Oh, no, no, I'm feeling the pain for you, mama. Revelation strikes at your corner. Still we are holding on. Your children have lost their way, fighting for survival each day. Oh, no, no, going from dawn till dawn. What is happening to my country? Every day is a sacrifice. Blood flowing like water daily. Lives could be lost at any price. The anthem is now a whisper. Some don't care to stand when it plays. The lawless is now in control, so the good folks going away. Oh, my Trinity, strange signs all around we have. The hills are alive in a different way. Your babies are dying, brutally I'm seeing here. Would we rise again, come what may? Yeah. Oh, the mighty dollar now cast a spell of uncertainty. Oh, my Trinidad and Tobago. You see, when the rich is getting richer, the poor must remain empty. Oh, my Trinidad, know that and Tobago. I say, oh, no, no, people balling for pain and hunger, inflation, cost of living higher. Can't get no daily bread. So the youth them on top the hill, somehow their bread basket don't fill. Oh, no, no, so they turn to crime instead. The arms of the state disappointed, still their salaries are daunted. Large increase in the fiscal budget, oil money reach a all-time high. Don't buy no jet for so much of money, when the hospitals are in need. Poor people at everyone's mercy, so the hill reacting indeed. Oh, no, 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 no. Yeah, the people cry, yeah, yeah, yeah. The hills are alive in a different way. Them who take in we money must pay for it dearly one day. Could we rise again, come what may? Yeah. How could we truly excel in the midst of all this suffering? Oh, my Trinidad. No, 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 no. Tell me, like shadow say poverty is hell, so it seems like the devil is king. Oh, my Trinidad. Oh, my Trinidad. No, 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 no. Cocaine and guns in the heart of the ghetto is what we sow, we shall reap tomorrow. Who are we going to blame? Even school children doing crime, well, that is a sign of the time. Oh, my lord, have we now gone insane? Whilst we kill, we own one by one. Skyscrapers going up in town. Chinese laborers at the core. This new city some shall see no more. So we have to hold on to CPEP 10 days and must to get along. Scraping the bottom of the barrel with all this money in town. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. My Lord, the hills are alive in a different way. You have to do more for the people. Better wages to ease the struggle, yeah, yeah, yeah. Could we rise again, come what may, yeah. In this abundance of wealth, still the poor people cannot cope. Oh, my Trinidad and Tobago. It is a stark reality, so much have given up hope. Oh, my Trinidad. Oh, my Trinidad. And Tobago. Oh, my, oh, no, oh, no. Some turn to vagrants in the city, homeless children begging, have mercy, Lord. Child abuse have risen again. Look like Jean and Dinah come back in tongue. The girls and them singing the song. To survive by any means necessary, dignity gone down the drain. Some say the leaders have failed to do right for one and for all. When there is an imbalance of the scale, then the writing is on the wall. If you ignore the plight of the people, well, the devil shall intervene. It's only divine intervention. I hope you know what I mean.
Population gone. Gun control, gun control, jail control.
And is it true we have all this money in this land of so much poverty? No, no. The Lord is my shepherd, come what may, yeah. To you the powers that be, hear the cries of the people you see. All this wealth and nothing for we. No, 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 no. Because of living is too high. This little money the poor can't buy. Oh my, oh my, why, why? There must be a way. There must be a way. There must be a way to help the people today. I say there must be a way. There must be a way. Yeah. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. From Genesis to Revelation, in my Father's house are many mansions. To take care of 1.3 million natural resources, He made provision to feed this nation. Look, we have oil and gas, Rich Lake and Mars, on and Calypso, Chutney and Limbo. Yeah. When there is no poverty, crime would decline naturally. Then we could live in harmony. My home electricity, yeah. I love you, mama. I love you, mommy, yeah.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith. The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Bang, 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 bang.
The sun rises slowly over the hills. Everywhere is golden sunlight, but still, most nights with hotels are crowded. There are days where dark clouds are shrouded. They don't smile and they never will. Only vultures get the fill. Empty promises is what they hear. No running water from year to year. Hearts that no one desire. That if there is a Messiah, someday he'd hear their whispered prayer. Covered always bare and scanty. 10 people in a one-bedroom shanty. Forced to sell on the pavement. No vacancy, no employment. Cattle fire cracker from gunshot. Blood does flow when things get hot. Afraid to look out the window to hear voices from the ghetto. Crying, 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 Lord, Lord, crying, crying. Voices from the ghetto. Crying, 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 Lord, Lord, crying. Voices from the ghetto. Help us, Father. Oh, Lord. Mothers just hold their head on ball. And them woman stronger than a wall. A big pusher eyeing she daughter. Son in jail for manslaughter. Too bad for him, he and them black boys. No bail, that's the black man's choice. Like Shadow say, poverty is hell. She little girl child belly start to swell. Some say life is a cycle, but don't draw she no circle. Where will it all end? Only time could tell. Outside the siren keep howling, inside your belly will growling. Police raid very treasure in a coffin. One night in bed you're sleeping, next night is a wake that you're keeping. So you're praying to win the lotto, not to hear voices from the ghetto. Crying, 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 crying. Voices from the ghetto. Crying, Lord, crying, hear them pleading, crying. Voices from the ghetto. A hand to us, Lord. We are not a forgotten people. Hear our prayer. With dented pride they soldier on. Revolutions, state politicians born. And often their tragic story brings a journalist glory. No wonder they view the world with scorn. From since the day they born, some call them rebels without a cause. These social victims of unjust laws, but yet they christen the heroes, renegades, desperados, forever knocking on heaven's doors. Hear me? Steel band music shatters the silence, harmony to conquer the violence. Big men run when cops approach, fighting for scraps with the cockroach. Young Turks, they're tough protecting, almost every young girl expecting. So tomorrow begs in a borrow, there'll be another voice from the ghetto. Crying, Lord, crying, crying, voices from the ghetto. Crying, Pitico, mama. Crying, Pitico, papa. Crying, voices from the ghetto. Social amenities, Lord, heaven knows. Opportunities, well, them always close. Can't get work once it white collar. So if you can't stretch your dollar, it's later for you crack or smoke your pipe. You're short of dead from gripe. Life does rape dignity and pride. Till there's only bitterness left inside. And every day is a hustle. Arguments are settled with muscle.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Time check. Yeah, it's approximately 19 minutes past the hour of 6 o'clock. And you're listening to the Ground Report. So, truly the Pitbull of Radio, Lennox Smith in studio. A pleasant good morning to those of you that already look on to us on Real Media TT on Facebook, Real Media TT on YouTube. For those of you who look on to us on Corridoe Transformation on YouTube, or Love Laventy on Facebook, pleasant good morning to you too. Not forgetting Workers' Rights Platform with our boy Renaissance Jeffrey. I must say a pleasant good morning to those of you again that look on to us on Facebook. Yes. Those of you that look on to us on Facebook. Ryan, a pleasant good morning. Aniza. Oh, Haviza. D. Mohammed, a pleasant good morning. Sharon. Davy. Makon. Makon, good morning to you. Hema, good morning. Sita, good morning. Mina Steiner, pleasant good morning to you.
The sunrise is slow.
Rajinja Maraj, a pleasant good morning to you. Katie, good morning. Nice. Only I hope all they done start to share, you know. I am not supposed to just now. Yeah, the blast and get to the phones and them, man. Done. Harry Lala, pleasant good morning to you. Some mantra. Wow, all really this be a pulley. Die devotion. Indra, good morning. Mira from Princess Town, good morning to you. That's the man Hines, good morning, Gail. Jagu, good morning to you. Sunil, Lestra, good morning. Leon Charles, good morning to you. All of you's Facebook so far, boy. Gloria Escola. Hey, Anaram Sammy. Santa Cruz, good morning. Neil Thomas, good morning to you. Well, let's start to share. Start to share in your contacts. A kind of pleasant good morning to you. Oh yes, Can, good morning. Nicky Nick, good morning to you. Floyd Khan, a pleasant good morning. Oh boy, let me see who I miss. I'm going to go from the beginning up here. Let me see who that come on early. Who the first person on the list quite up here going straight back? I think it's John, but he disappeared. Maggie, good morning. John, but not Bujam, it's our next John.
Just hold it head on ball. And them woman.
Gemma Passad, Si Passad, good morning to you. Well, Nicky Nick and them was there early, man. Rick Lutchman, you there and all day early in the game, Sunil? Kisoon, you and all. That's what we talking about. How we go forget Miss Balmain? Baby, I'm a girl up there, Grand Coup for all of them day. How we go forget all here? Ruby Sami, you and all day early, man. Joe Ali, my schoolmate Tommy Mohammed, good morning to you. Steve Young, good morning. Stephen, yeah. Matilda Rhodes, you always early to her, girl. Shirley, good morning. Michael Scotland, good morning. Oh, there some people will look on early day to him. I went straight back to the top, boy. Wow. Marilyn Seacharan, you and all. Oh, God, girl. Roseman. Yes, Rosalind. Good morning to you. Bernadette. Yeah, Bernadette K.R. Good morning to you. Wendy and John. That's the one who was here early. Wendy and John. Balroop. Where you in Trinidad yet? I can't understand this, you know. Well, up there inside I get cold yet to run down here. Like you give up or what? Remember we can't give up, you know. Where there is a will, there is a way, you know. Not so soon, I hope all is sharing, eh? Because I know that I'm going to start to share. Roger Rowell. Good morning to you.
Call them rebels without a cause. These social victims of unjust laws, but yet they christen the heroes.
Roger Rowell says, Southie and TC, remember the poor, the homeless, naked, hungry, and children. Put away evil, and learn to go good. Say good morning to everyone. Do good and good shall follow you.
So tomorrow begs tomorrow. There'll be another voice from the ghetto.
Well, I see Mark last pray for a better government. I believe they say let's pray, right? Let's pray for a better government. Yeah, let's pray for a better government. Oh boy. Boy, prayers can't help this government to no partner. Oh, if you're saying let's pray for a better government, meaning I change our government. But if you're saying let's pray And we prayers go help this government. That one prayer I think, and I show Anaram, Sammy, Bujam, John, I show Ruby, Sammy, all of you, the Vika, Balkaran, all of them, Sharon, all of them go say, boy, we can't pray for this government. You know. Them go on past prayers, boy. Nadira, good morning to you. I'll show you and I'll go say that, then. Latsman James and I'll go say that, but I don't know. So I thinking you saying let's pray for better government, meaning a new one. But I don't think you're saying that to me, Roberts. I believe we partner. They from the south saying, let me pray for a new government. Because I don't think we pray can help this one. What are your thoughts on that one? As soon as let me know, Intra. Carmen, good morning to you. Jenny, what do you think? And Barbara, what do you think? We only think that we prayers can help this government, boy? Man, oh boy. But remember, Mina Steiner, good morning. Sita, good morning to you. I don't say morning to done, you know.
That's it. One.
Who I miss this man? You done talk, I done hail you out already. Lester, all of you. Charles, all of you. Neil Thomas. Who I miss out there, boy? Hey, Miss Arima, good morning to you. Well, I see, well. You're Maduro. Well, I know that I know you're Maduro. Chan, good morning. Hey, Chan, good morning. All I think we can pray for this government. Christian Rez, good morning to you. Well, Upton, I don't say morning to you already, you know. Edison, good morning. Boy, I don't know. So I think my partner from South make a mistake. Well, they go correct me and tell me. I say, let me pray for a new government. It's only that. Lochan. Jack Yo. Lochan, good morning. Yes, you're Locon from New York. Tara, good morning to you. Abraham, good morning. Oh, Abraham down there in Queens, New York. There, boy. Abraham, a pleasant good morning to you. Lisa, good morning. Hey, plenty all across here after we get rid of the Rowley. All out there when I organize it, I looking to come up there because I pass by A&A doubles and roti. Check Noel Brown, Peter Brown, all of them there. And I come and meet some all, you know. Yeah, boy, but I can't take a holiday right now. I love to come there in New York and across there. Meet some of you great people. All the Trini Americans that keep the hope and the fight despite you all out there. All they still take that fight and courage in taking part of our country and the future. And the future family members that you all live out here too in Trinidad here, unfortunately. And we understand. So they make sure they have a little space here. Some people like to talk some all say but all in basement. There's like nothing. If some all in a basement, all in a one room, I go take a little space on the couch. Oh, we can spread a little mattress so they know how down to people is. Because it's not about what people have or what people can do for you. But it's about how good the person is in their heart or to do something genuine. That is why I believe in them things, man. Troy Smith, good morning. I miss out anybody there, boy. Bix. I'll find you come on later. No? Run the MC. What do you mean? Run the MC. That is a singer. But then I hear that it means something different than Run the MC. Yeah, I hear it's MC. Oh, God. I'll bring new words to that. Where is that? Primraj, good morning to you. Yeah, some of you might take a little trip up there. We'll come and chill out with some holiday, take a holiday. Nigel Black, I hail you already. You know. Worrell, I don't hail you. Roger Worrell. Oh, I am opposite to this government. Okay then. So that means that prayer is for a new government, boy. Roger Worrell. So all the man say that prayer wasn't to fix them. I hope it's that we saying they can't fix. That prayer is because he opposite, meaning he want a change in government. Yeah. Not so, Jenny. S.I.? Yes. Rohan, Prasad, you're coming on late. And Jackman, you too. What are you coming on so late for? Samantha, I think, yeah, you was already Balrook. All right, Mina Stein, all of you. I want to make sure, Alan, Hercules. Oh boy. Anthony. Nice. I hope all of you share, Tara, all of you, the different Taras. I hope all is sharing, Nadira, good morning. Well, I did see you earlier on, and Jacqueline Sammy, yes, you're late today. Mother Bernie, well, I know you're cooking up that nice food. Oh, Mother Bernie said press is for it to get out. That Mother Bernie said the man say it's press. You see, before he reached it, Mother Bernie don't know that man and whatever. Mother Bernie said I pray for them to get out. Boy, Mother Bernie, I agree with you, yes. I know you done cooking up all that nice thing across there. The last time we come across there and we raised the issue there with that whole Prime Minister in the house across there, we come up there by you there. All kind of nice food. She just cook in the morning, breakfast and lunch and things. Yeah, that is the Mother Bernie, eh? Best food in Tobago there. Well, I must say, I'm going to teach his sister all of them there. Dema, D, good morning. Roger Mohammed, Roger Mohammed, where you say it's prayers to get them out? They thought some of them they praying for the to stay in, like the Port of Spain and all of them there, and the Corporal and this one and that one. And then I thought some day I see Mr. Santa Cruz, they started praying place. And then I see Mr. Rima, they put a next one day, like he love Maduro. And then this one year elections done, Dr. Rima, and he say he people win. Yeah, Dr. Rima say he people win. He now back on the program here to harass people. Marcia Roberts, good morning to you. All you don't forget to share now. Taking this time to make sure and hail out all of you. Do back in return for you all truly the Pitbull of Radio, the Ground Report program, you all program, and get on your phones. Get to your contacts and share. Not so Kendall Rambota. Yes, Kendall, good morning, man. Man, Kendall, I agree with you, no, Kendall Ramota. I can't understand this. All they hear me bawling. All they hear me bawling about that, How they going to do with that? Where you go? No, I wanted to read his comment, boy. Yeah, Kendall Ramota touching my direction, boy. Let me find he back. I'll find he move quick. Kendall Ramota gone, boy. Come. Oh. Nah, not that one he say. No, he read. Yes, Sharon. I miss you. How I gonna miss you, Sharon? Andy, you miss me now. Me miss you. Kendall Ramota did say something. Let me see if I can get it back there, boy. Oh, was it him? I was now going through, and somebody put up that parents should be getting help with the textbooks now. A textbooks kind of scenes, and remember the lady get locked up all. So when I see somebody was talking about the textbook, I want to believe it's Kendall Ramota that's saying that, Oh, Nadira? Is Nadira, man? Is Nadira say parents supposed to get some kind of assistance in buying school textbooks? Yes, girl, Nadira, girl. Man, that is true. Remember, one child is all kind of 2,000 and things to send to school. Then they say that buy the school uniform and things. Samuel, good morning to you. That is Samuel Rup Narayan Singh. Yes, what are you saying? Good morning, Andy and the Ground Report crew. Yes, blessings. We shall overcome. Yes, we shall. Oh, Roger Warren say, no road, no tunnel, no bridge, no work, high food, gas, Nothing going well. Nothing going well. And you know they vote them back for a next 5 long years. Every day, murder. That's truth. Frank James, I find you take long to come on. I hope all you sharing, you know. And Floyd Can, I hope you sharing. What you say this morning, your ground reporters all fled yet of being abused of these corrupt thieving PNM. When I want to be saying when they say all fed up, they say all fed yet, all fed up. Yeah. Joel. Morning, Joel. Jenny Bell. Where's Jenny Bell? Jenny Bell, good morning. Bix. I don't say all of that to all of you. Nina Stein, all of you. Got them out. Darrow, good morning. Look how much all here. Rich Ginger Mirage, look at how much. Right, we sharing, right? We quite ready to, let me get on to business. Let me organize and say good, let me let LENNOX, he out his people, Mother Bernie. Well, I don't think they, if she was in Tobago, myself and friends giving out books to the needy. You see? Wow. See how Tobagonian different? Mina Rodriguez say, Sharon Bakey, thank you for sharing. Well, all had to share too, you know. No one people. I go and peep to see how much all they sharing. Yeah, I go and see how much all they share in the groups. How much all they share to all the people. We go know. Richard. Ram Logan. Good morning. What you say? Oh, Ataro. That is in here across there in Canada. Yes. Denise, Stefan, all of you, Frank, nice. I heal out everybody there. Nice. Because we had to get on to business. You see, yesterday, please God, you see, I seen in the news the police and them still investigating the issue of that Slade bank worker and that work in High Street, San Fernando. And you see the branch was closed, the branch. So I want to believe they closed the branch in solidarity with that Slade worker, because you know, colleagues might want to know, well, where the hell if they can kill she? And she's supposed to be a very good girl. What she do? She blank somebody alone? What she do? Somebody angry? So everybody will be kind of shaky and wearing that bank there. That is a psychological lash to bank colleagues and them get there. So down to the manager, everybody there must be Scotia, Canada must be say with the general manager overall of Scotia Bank Trinidad and Tobago must be say, yeah, all the workers they that stress, all they don't go to work because people be coming there watching all that is a kind of trauma now. Real trauma they for you. So that branch was closed. Jason Jeffers. Yeah, Jason Jeffries. Good morning to you. So all you, let me see what you have in the headlines. Let me let Lennox Smith make sure and hail his people and them that there. Veronica Black, why you take so late to come on? Anthony Gopal, you too. Positive vibes only. That's Anthony Gopal. He said positive vibes. Sharon only said nothing. Frank, good morning. Run the MC say 70% of Venezuelans voted for the opposition, but yet still Maduro claimed victory. That reminds me of someone in Trinidad. Yeah, hand orange cover eyes. Covering eyes. Oh boy, well, I want to know what's going on here in Trinidad, eh? What's going on here, the place yellow. Then all of a sudden, this man declared himself. Then all of a sudden, some little red dots just gone with the elections. ABC. Thief and ABC. Boy, all you don't feel we don't have it coming in all you. That the time when they go out to come out, like what they do in Guyana, and this time not moving. Bernadette and the I share, Bernadette share all you. Who else share? All of them know who else share. You know. What do you do with that? You know? Richard Ramlogan, you share that room? What am I saying? LENNOX Smith, while I'm organizing here, I want to go through them headliners. You may have some bread and butter issues by WhatsApp and who you have there on your side there on Corridoe. Jesse Abraham, good morning. Grace Caesar, good morning. Jacqueline, you did. Yeah, Jacqueline say, yes, I did share. Yes, I know, I did share, man. Roger by himself. Roger say, Andy, them criminals coming for everybody. That's shoot. Ron the MC say, yep, Andy. That's shoot. Oh, yes, the same futureless folks together, like Katie saying that. Well, they could send some message, you know what, rape. Alright, Richard Jamarad is saying the PNM, a government that does not concern about the progress, but only know who to rape, loot, and plunder the taxpayers' treasury. Eric Williams, discipline, production, and tolerance is a big face. Oh Lord, all ain't easy. Nice. All you. LENNOX Smith, who you have on your side there, boy?
Quite a lot, my friend. Quite a lot. Are you hearing me? Are you hearing me loud and clear?
Yes, I am.
Yes, indeed. But of course, let me say to Sharon, to of course Michael Oliver, to Michael Buton, and then Freddie, of course, Brown. Yes, and all of them are they're locked on. I'm sure that they have responded to the call to share. Very important, of course. Katie, long time no see. You have been a tower of encouragement and motivation right here in Trinidad in your own little way. And of course, I really appreciated the communication you made for us with certain officials of the United States. I'm not going to say any more, but thank you. Of course, I see you locked on there and you say good morning, of course, to all my family and friends. One love, yes indeed, and of course we will continue to do what is required in order to treat with the problems of Trinidad and Tobago the way we know how. This is a democracy. There is a freedom of speech in spite of the efforts of those in authority to try to stymie or prohibit us from expressing ourselves. Having said that, of course, a judge said, I think it was yesterday or day before, that the financial institution.
But while you're there, let me just say morning to.
Yeah, go ahead. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so to that lock on there, Balraj.
Financial Intelligence Unit I was referring to, but go ahead. Yes.
Kamita, good morning. And all you new folk, Katie Upton, Anderson Wilson. Well, you always lock on. A pleasant good morning to you. You just join us. Carla. Yeah, Carla, I'm hip. A good morning to you. And all don't forget to share, right? Annie. Yeah, Annie E. Annie E. Ramsanka. Good morning to you. Yes, so all of you that are, don't forget to share. Right?
Yes, please, don't forget to share. It's crucial as we build, and we of course, we are going to, we are breaking new grounds. We expect, of course, an expansion. And at the same time, we would like those who would have been familiar with us and we familiar with them to, of course, find their place. I know that it is a paradigm shift where, of course, instead of turn on your radio, you have now to turn on your device. I know that is a steep learning curve as well, but we are prepared to assist you. We would send you links. Just call on us. Beyond that, we are looking at advocating for universal or national coverage of connectivity. Our policy position enunciated and promoted by this government, but of course, as most things with this government, they say one thing but act differently. By the way, where is the $100 million that was supposed to be dedicated to those crime hotspots? Andy, I wonder if you could tell me something about that. All they're doing is saying it's coming, and they're putting things in place. Dr. Rowley was engaged on that subject on last Thursday in the post-cabinet briefing. And that is all he's prepared to say. And of course, Hines was broached as well. Whilst, of course, the person's right outside here on George Street, Nelson Street, and so on. Time that listen, that is only hogwash, that is old talk, that is pie in the sky. That is, of course, an attempt to try to appease the situation or to give themselves some kind of credit that they don't deserve. So we have all of that as part of the emotions and as part of the dialogue and the issues emerging from that pronouncement. It appears that it was a knee-jerk response by the Prime Minister saying that he's going to call on the Finance Minister who is now in absentia from the country, it appears, and from public view. I don't know if he's on a roadshow, but of course he was supposed to have that $100 million ready, and that the Army and other law enforcement agencies were supposed to be rolling out that I would expect by now, but it appears that is another attempt to appease, as I said, another attempt to hoodwink, another attempt to deceive, another attempt to make believe, another attempt to say that they are doing something, but only a figment of their collective and pernicious imagination. So that's the situation there, Andy.
Yes. So now let me go down to the bread and butter issues, the things that actually hurts the people of Trinidad and Tobago. When I watch in the headliners here of the Guardian, I'm seeing my boy 2 drunks in a above ground pool, where we will get that story. It's on page 7. But the next thing again, as we always said, this government just continue to attack you, the people of Trinidad and Tobago. We somehow or the other, whether it's property tax, whether it's high food prices, whether it's the gas prices they're raising. What's that something? Headliners, big in the page. Hines, Rohan Senanan, Commissioner of Police earlier, and I think that Transport Commissioner or License Officer head, crack down on that tint. Offenders to face 2,000 fine and 2 demerit points. They're saying the tint go help them. When they crack down on that, they go help them on crime.
Yeah, just imagine that. I mean,
the tint get blamed now, and we the natural citizen, average citizen, we have to pay now. Because the tint hiding the criminals now here.
And the consciousness, the consciousness of these people. What's your thoughts on that? Yeah, the minister himself so conscious of the fact that the people are so aware of their nastiness and their punitive measures. You know, he end up qualifying why that is being rolled out at this time. He said, listen, it was there all the time, 1, but 2, it's not a revenue earning measure. You hear what I say? Nobody asked him, unsolicited. It is not a revenue earning measure. Why? Because he knows that the people are onto them and that is in fact a revenue earning measure, they are going to crack down. They give about I think 14 days again in order to begin the process. I would not be surprised if it starts today, having regard to the fact that it was officially slated to start yesterday on the 29th of this month. So that is my thought on it. It continues to be, as you rightly said, to be punitive, this government. They have weaponized government against the people. This is another cog in the evil and diabolical policies and programs of this government. They are reckless, they are brutal, they are evil, they are barbaric, they are totally out of control, and the population has a responsibility when coming to the next election that must come, whether back pocket, front pocket, side pocket, fob, or wherever he claims to hold the date for elections. They are just postponing the inevitable, but we will wait. We have forbearance, and we will certainly tell them where to get off. A long time now, the Tobagonians, where Rowley came from, have already done so and will continue so to do. Yes, and the issue that I was raising was the FIU, the Financial Intelligence Unit, and a judge only recently gave a ruling again against this government because they deemed the FIU to have acted ultra vires and beyond its responsibility. In fact, they say that they acted unconstitutionally because in order, and of course that includes the people like the Brent, I'm talking about those persons who were given license to sell arms, import and sell and deal with and sell arms and ammunition. And the judge said in no uncertain terms that, listen, the FIU acted unconstitutionally, which is typical of this government. They are brutal. They believe that they have a monopoly on what is considered to be moral and ethical. But when you examine it, you see that it is about attempting to hoodwink, to deceive, to act illegally. We saw that, of course, with the Privy Council telling the government that they tried to usurp the right of the people to vote in the August last local government elections that was speeded up. Whilst, of course, if it was for Rowley and Day, it would have been held sometime this year, maybe about March, instead of August last year. And this is the nature of this particular administration. They are autocratic, and as a former commissioner of police has said, they are a democratic dictatorship. And no doubt, this is another cog in that very unholy, very irrational, very illegal conduct of this government, and they will have a lot to pay for when, of course, the time comes, because blue lights and silver bracelets will certainly be awaiting them. I know that the succeeding administration will have better lawyers, smarter lawyers, and they cannot escape the wrath of the people, because this is about avenging the evil that they have perpetrated over the last 9 years, and of course by the election time would be 10 years. Go ahead, Andy.
Your voice lay low. They're saying your voice lay low. So
right.
Raise your thing now.
All right, let me see what is happening here. Let me see what is happening here. I don't have the benefit of a monitor. All right, let me see. I don't have the benefit of a monitor, so I'll have to make some adjustments.
You must have something to raise your thing.
Yes. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And
but I mean, let me say morning to Darrow.
Yeah.
Dave that now lock on day to Rosali. Good morning, Bumati. All of you. LP, good morning. All the thanks for joining us. Sunil, all of you. Good morning, Salisha. Karen, good morning, Anthony. John, all of you that are now joining us here. Darren, Read it, good morning. Well, don't forget to share. each and every one of you. The numbers are really rising there right now. 007. Good morning.
I trust
to
that that it is better now.
Yes.
I hope that those who are getting audibility difficulty will tell us so that we can make the necessary adjustments. So this is work in progress. It's a daily task, but we are committed. And as I was making the point that Justice Maurice Robertson declared certain sections of the FIU, the Financial Intelligence Unit Act, and the regulations to be unconstitutional. Yes, in the absence of the director receiving a suspicious transaction report or a suspicious activity report. What does that mean? It simply means that the director of the FIU acted without any previous knowledge or indication of somebody or the person who they would have targeted, or persons they would have targeted, or the businesses they would have targeted. Nobody claimed that there is something suspicious about their financial dealings. Nobody claimed that there is something suspicious about their financial activities. Yet still, they launched an investigation into these businesses. And the court said no. Any country that has a respect for fundamental freedoms and the rights of the people cannot act in such a rambunctious manner. That is what the court has told them.
Ginger Maraj is saying to you there, Faris shut down the FIU and created a parallel FIU working under the AG's office in 2016/2017. And David saying, Dave say, it's have enough Venezuelan here to overthrow Trinidad and Tobago government. It's coming soon, right? Let me just think there.
Hello, those are speculations, of course, but in place. Go ahead, my friend.
Yeah, Andy Samlal is saying, could someone tell me what really going on in our country? Murders, crime, kidnapping, PNM doing what they want and nothing doing anything about it waking up Trinidad. We will end up just like Venezuela. Right. We are Annie and all Locon.
Well, I suspect when he says...
And all Locon there, and everybody just giving the late comment. You know, they want to be...
No, fair enough. And we have no difficulty that this is the platform for it. This is the platform for it. And in fact, when he says Venezuela, well, of course, as you know, consequential of the results of the elections, there has been riots in the street of Caracas and other parts of the country. So whether or not that matter is settled, the relevant authority for elections, for supervision,
so and riots going on right now then?
Yeah. There are riots. Members or like persons in support of the opposition are rioting in the streets, etc., and expressing their concerns. That the election was not free and fair. Yeah.
Right. Well, Dr. Rima will have to come and clear the air on that for us. They are saying, morning, Kala say morning, Lennox. The audio sounds louder now. Yes, thanks so much for giving us that opportunity. Right, let me go on, let me continue.
All right, it's a pleasure.
Will say loud and clear, so your audio went back up nice. What else? Who else having anything there? We have no freedom. We can't match tear gas like Venezuela. So it looked like it had tear gas going on in Venezuela. Oh boy. Michael Scotland is saying, look out for thousands more illegal Venice and more crime from Rowley partner Maduro, who said he was legally elected at the moment. Riots is the order of the day. Wow, so it looks like it's serious in Venezuela.
Yes, it appears. We have several clips, several videos of the scenes that are taking place, recorded by several international news houses that monitoring what is happening in Venezuela. Of course, there is a call by inclusive of the United States, but those in Venezuela that oppose to, that are part of the opposition, they want every single ballot to be recounted in the presence of international observers. And the election commission there seem to be hard pressed to adhere to that request. So let's see what is going to happen there, because the more that they try to be clandestine, the more they try to avoid the transparency and accountability, I suspect the deeper will be the suspicion that the entire exercise was rigged, and that is what is coming out of the Venezuelan situation post this elections. Of course, all the exit polls and all of the polls prior to suggested that the opposition candidate would have been the winner, far ahead, not just win, but he was supposed to get a sort of landslide. I think with something like 70-something%, they were estimating. But of course, as in Trinidad, we know polls. We have been able to defy polls, as we did in Tobago, when everybody was saying that it would be a close finish. We said it was a landslide for the PDP, and so materialized. Go ahead, my friend.
Maki Thunderboom is saying, anyone see how the prices in the supermarket double up and going up every single week? I wonder if all is seeing that. Not only that, Derek Shabadi, hey, Officer Shabadi, how the police youth club, St. James police youth club going, my brother, and the little thing for the holidays. Derek Shabadi say, audio sounding good, so he's saying you loud and clear. Loud and clear. Mr. Rima said one person dead. That is in the riots or protests that is going on across in Venezuela. Right, so what I will want you all to do is call in. Yes, call in. And because I can't scroll through everything, however it go. So I need to hear from you. Let's hear what's your thoughts. What's your contribution? Like for instance, my brother will say, market on the boom. But if we realize the groceries going up every week, yeah, boy, we really realize that. But I would love you to call in and you will make your point on that, right?
And you cannot avoid, Andy, having a nexus to even the activity that is taking place now with the windscreens and the tinting laws, and having a machine and so on, and looking to charge people thousands of dollars as a consequence of that. It demonstrates a government that clearly is not only brutal, not only harsh, not only insensitive, but have lost their way. They have weaponized government against the people. That's the only conclusion one can draw, and that is inescapable. And where is the Minister of Finance at this twilight period, the penultimate year before they get out of office? He has taken a holiday, some say he has gone on a road show, some say he's going to beg to get expensive money borrowed in Europe and other parts of the globe. That is some of the issues that are being raised surrounding the unexpected and the very rare occasion that this particular finance minister would have left the office of the Ministry of Finance. And
so truth, and look, people
there need to be answers to these questions. Go ahead, my friend.
Nice. We've seen here where Mr. Rima is saying we need to guard the borders, because what's going on there, we will get a very serious influx. Very, very serious influx. Freddie Brown is saying, and Amory Brown. Well, I missed that one earlier when you mentioned about Amory Brown. But Mother Bernie is saying just now Mother Bernie is saying that is so true. I was wondering if anybody was noticing these grocery prices. The money does not have enough value. Goods are on the rise every day. Oh boy.
Yeah, the reduction in purchasing power, in other words. And that is a pellucid fact. We cannot escape that. Inflation wise, of course, the government in the last budget, for example, boasts of a low inflation, particularly food inflation. But there is a connection. There's a reason for that. If people do not have money, then the goods will remain on the shelf, and it will appear artificially that inflation is under control. But as soon as people get some kind of opportunity to purchase, you see that the prices are skyrocket, because the merchant want to have the old goods that they have on the shelf. Once they could push it off and jack it up in such a way so that they get a pound and a crown in terms of their markup for all goods that they had there storing all the time. Those are some of the dynamics that are at work in the commercial sphere. Some people are brutal, some people are reckless, some people are unscrupulous, but that is the dynamic. But this has been created by this government that refused to provide the foreign exchange that is required in order to have a free and regular and dependable supply of goods and services. So that is what is going to happen.
Sunil is saying the supermarkets digging out people. Annie Paria Ali is saying, hi, you all guys not on radio? No, we are not on radio. We are on Real Media TT Facebook, Real Media TT YouTube, Corridoe Transformation YouTube, Love Lavanti on Facebook, Workers' Rights Platform, and that's where we are. But look, you find us, and we are grateful that you join us.
Yes, indeed.
Mohan, a pleasant good morning to you. That doing that, Mohan. Do that, Mohan. I hope I get that right. A pleasant good morning to you. Right. Here it is, Trinidad and Tobago. While we will be going through the other headliners, what we would like is for you to make your calls, be a part of this debate right here on the Ground Report. The numbers to call 229-0251, 229-0251, 225, sorry about that, 225-6644, 225-6644, or 239-5120, 239-5120. Or give us a WhatsApp call at 366-3053, 366-3053, or send that WhatsApp, very important WhatsApp voice note. Please send it to us at 366-3053, same number, while we organize and we go through the whole issue of all the various headliners there. Lennox, what other headliners you have while we wait?
Well, before we move from the FIU, I want to say, Brent Thomas, I would love to be in his shoes. He seemed to be inadvertently, or because of the overzealousness of the authorities in Trinidad, and of course by extension to some extent in Barbados, he seemed to be getting a windfall of money coming his way. The Barbadian authorities have already conceded, and they give him an open check. And now, of course, this government has said that listen, they had no reason for addressing his situation the way they did, and therefore have conceded already to certain parts of the claims that he has made. So he is looking at a very heavy treasure chest in due course. But it shows at least that our democracy is working, and that the legal system, the judicial system, certainly we can depend on for justice in this country. TNTech sends a team to Corridoe. Of course, a TNTech team, yes, from our own Trinidad and Tobago Electricity Commission. They have sent a team to Corridoe. Of course, there's some equipment that went in advance ahead of them, and they were given a send-off by, of course, the Minister of Public Utilities, Gonzalez. And they will be arriving in Grenada pretty soon, and then, of course, they will travel to Corridoe to assist in the re-establishment of electricity and electrical supply in that part of the Caribbean, having regard, of course, to the barrel that barrel down on them, and I think 95% of the property there would have been destroyed on Corridoe. So they are in need, and therefore, of course, as a CARICOM brother, we have responded. I have no difficulty with that. The only difficulty I have is that, of course, opening our borders to every nook and cranny, and you never could tell what's going to happen in terms of who and in terms of when they will get back there, and putting more pressure, as we rightly said. When one Venezuelan goes to the groceries to purchase, they purchase for a whole family back in Venezuela, and so putting pressure on the limited foreign exchange that we have to import additional goods. So what happens? The goods that they have now, they will raise the price. They're talking about unscrupulous or even prudent businessmen. Will want to, of course, increase prices simply because there is a demand. Good morning. We'll take your call.
Good morning, good morning. Yes, we all know inflation is an issue in Trinidad and Tobago and worldwide, but I'm not looking at the rest of the world, I'm looking at what we are doing here. We are in the height of the rainy season. What have they put in place to protect our farmers if or when the lands are flooded? We don't prop them up. I don't know if people are looking into the cost of seeds and fertilizer and all these type of things, and we want to know why the cost of our food is going up like this. It's connected, you understand? But I mean, oh God, we know greed is an issue, but the government needs to do something about this. They're not supporting our own local farmers that providing food for us here. Instead of a lot of things we import and that we grow in here, prop them up so that we can get better prices in the supermarket. Also, have you all heard about the shooting incident with Plumpy Boss and Mads Boss and I can't remember the name of the country.
Yes, you go ahead. Go ahead, I heard about it, but you go ahead and inform us.
The voice note of the mother, and the mother does have a point. Now, I'm not talking about the character, the individuals we're talking about, but I'm talking about the mother does have a point. Okay, there was a shooting incident that happened in your country. The person went to perform, his hands blocked the bullet or whatever, and ended up in his brain. They are saying that they don't have the system in place over there to deal with him medically, and that they need to airlift him to France. The mother has a point. If that had happened in Trinidad, whether you be a citizen of Trinidad and Tobago or an international visitor, you would have been seen about medically here in our healthcare system. So I had to give props to our healthcare system for taking care of everybody, but at the same time we had to understand the drain on the system. I don't know what the government is going to do. At the end of the day, it is one of our citizens out there. Are they making any arrangements to try to bring him back? I mean, where the mother said the bullet is lodged, it doesn't seem, too like a bright scenario that he could come out of, but, God is good. But we need to do something about, I know I kind of all over the place here, excuse me. There was so much of things running in my mind, and I know I have a limited time. So I will end there. But another thing, all these foreign immigrants that are coming into Trinidad and Tobago, we see now they're looking to raise taxes on us here, there, and everywhere. And these people are not contributing to our healthcare system, which is causing us to experience the lack. Right? I was in the hospital about, 2 years ago, and I didn't have something as simple as gauze, something as simple as paraffin oil. And I'm very abusive to the medical staff in the hospital because of what we're going through, but not understanding what they have to deal with. They don't always be supplied with the tools that they need to take care of us in a proper way. And they're not going to come out and tell us that. You understand? So we need to be a little cognizant of that as well when we go into our healthcare system, and the government need to do something about it. Let the foreign nationals pay for the healthcare. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
Makes a lot of sense.
Have a good day, everybody.
No problem. Let's take our next one. The lines are open for you.
Thank you, ma'am, for that conscious input that you would have made there. I think a lot of food for thought in that. We have another caller?
Yes. What it is you have there, what people telling you there on your side, Lennox Smith?
Well, quite a lot of activities, but you know, I don't have the a system where I can, of course, off the cup. But certainly, a lot of activities are taking place. I see June now is there. Ricardo is there. June is there.
Rabbit is saying, Andy Williams, dirty UNC. Yeah, well, if I a dirty UNC. Dawn is saying, 1 dozen eggs is $33 in Tobago months now. And then I see somebody say they came back from Tobago, they was in Tobago, and they say the prices that they bounce up in Tobago, they find like the prices in Tobago very cheap compared to Trinidad now, when it used to be the opposite way around, eh? It used to be
because the cost, things have to align in Trinidad before it goes to Tobago. So obviously there will be a transportation and other handling costs that drives up the prices in Tobago. And that is why Tobago for a long time has been saying that they are being shortchanged because of the cost of living across there as compared to Trinidad, when the goods would have arrived here, but still has to Trinidad acting as an entrepot, just a temporary stay for goods destined for Tobago. Right, so I find it strange that we have two sides of the coin. Some are saying that the prices are relatively cheap. It could be because of the scrupulous nature of the businessmen. Could be that.
What she said, wrong report. I was dressed over in Tobago, and grocery prices in penny savers are very reasonable compared to prices in Trinidad. And she was there. Morning, caller.
Good morning.
Andy. Morning.
Good morning.
Go ahead, all you need to interact. Make the calls. Me and Lennox, we don't talk. We will just talk only when all you ain't talking. Go ahead.
Morning. Well, I just call in to let all you know how good the health system in Trinidad is going. The health center don't have any medication. The CDAT program in the drugstore do not have any medication. And this is what taking place in our country. And money going all over the place, crazy, and poor people suffering. And the good thing about it, the health center, they just sign up in to get CDAT. Not the health center, the pharmacy. When you do get it there and you try another pharmacy that you didn't sign up, you have a lot of attitude to get. So, we have to suffer at any cost. And Andy, I asked for Madman number, and up to now I ain't get it. I don't know why. So you take care.
I will announce it. He will send a message this morning. He will. And
I think if you don't have a call, let me just say to the last caller, Mr. Freeport, I think he's a true humanitarian, and a committed soul to the ground report as well, because he had a tragedy, remember that, not too long ago, and he got some assistance. And what he is attempting to do is to, knowing that Madman has his own tragic circumstance, he has put things in place to have him benefit as he Freeport did when he had his tragedy. Remember, he lost his whole house from fire. So that is why. So I think the urgency cannot be overemphasized. So we should try our best to at least give him that number, or Madman call in, and if he wishes so to do, he can call out his number if he so wishes, so that Mr. Freeport could get in contact with him.
Yes. Next caller. Morning, caller. We're calling from. What's your contribution on the ground report this morning? Morning.
Calling from Tobago, man.
Hey, Tobago.
Good morning, Tobago.
Right now, Mikey. Right now, Andy. Lennox, we set up our going on in Tobago, them license officers are overdoing it, right? The pressure in people, right? I tell you, the pressure in me. The real pressure. Rowley really say on a podium that he will not forgive Tobago, you know. The license officer and them overdoing it. This is not about safety. This is about money, I realize. The real pressure, everybody. People under real pressure in Tobago. I know I'm telling you. The torture me over here. But I'll enjoy the morning.
Yes, but we have to make sure, despite of what, Tobago, we have to get rid of the PNM. We must. Somebody said that somebody just mentioned there that the Divers family was not so lucky. Right, but the Diver family wasn't so lucky. That had to be on the last contribution, Lennox made by the lady who mentioned about flying in individuals. It could be about that, wherever it go. But somehow they say the Divers family ain't lucky. Because remember, the Divers family, them ain't really get nothing. Up to now, and these people and them, they just fighting up.
Well, it's part of the clear policy, the pellucid policy of this government. They have weaponized, as I said, government against the people. They are pernicious, they are toxic, and they have no policy and program to diversify the economy, to augment the GDP of the country. And what they are doing is engaging in all kind of slipshod action that turns out to be punitive or punishment to the people, and attempting to justify that and still want to stay in office and still want to fight an election, hoping that they would stay there in order to do us more harm and endanger Trinidad and Tobago's prospect of emerging from this quagmire that the Rowley administration, the PNM, has placed the country in. And don't tell me all they don't understand what I'm talking about, you know. You just have to look at Balize House and understand that $100 million monstrosity of steel.
Let's take this call here.
From a bankrupt organization.
Hey. Let me give you all the numbers again. 225-6644. We need you all to interact. 225-6644 or 239-5120. 239-5120. We'll send us your WhatsApp voice notes. We'll give us a WhatsApp call at 366-3053. 366-3053. Go ahead, caller. Pleasant good morning to you. What's on your front burner this morning?
Good morning.
They go back here again. Well, I forget to tell all you that yesterday they stopped an ambulance but somebody inside is critical.
In Tobago?
In Tobago, they stopped an ambulance, was rushing going to the hospital. The license officer stopped the ambulance.
For what?
So they're checking them for wherever the ambulance was going up. Because that had somebody inside, it was emergency. All over news, it was emergency. That somebody inside in critical condition and they stopped the ambulance still. I tell you.
But how they moving so?
Crazy. I know it's crazy. Enjoy the morning.
Yes, thank you so much. Ruben Lal on YouTube is saying there is a show named Jack Ryan. Two episodes are based on Venezuela election. It's the same exact thing happening now in Venezuela. Ben, Mother Bernie and Ben and Anna Ramsamy, they're hitting Ben very hard. Because Ben is saying, replying to Mother Bernie, Jack, and Anna Ramsamy, what is the opposition doing to help you? Waiting for elections? And they answered back. Let me read their answer back. One time. This is good. And this is the interaction we need. In order to build this, we have to interact. We have to. Ben, what is the opposition supposed to do when the people cry like this? Wait for an election a year away? Right. And Anna Ramsamy replying to Bernie, Mother Bernie, and Ben, she said, what be? Oh God, boy, she needs you, Chimautin. What BS? Well, all I know, Bull S. What the hell can the opposition do? Stop talking feces and try facing reality. I didn't know they had any power to do anything. Right? That is Anna Ramsamy, well, Miss Santa Cruz, better known as Miss Santa Cruz. Katie saying the PNM not for that. They are self-serving, greedy, selfish individuals. That's so truth, right? Who else? Who else? All right. Quick. They replying to Ben, which is Anaram Sami. They did what they had to do when they was in office. Why the hell Rowley don't do the same? That should Rowley have the opportunity to do just like them. But you know it go on, the battle going on here real strong. Lennox Smith.
Yes.
What else you have
yes.
for us? You see people complaining about the license office
to
and all
whom
those things.
people to whom much is given, much is expected. It will be naive, I dare say asinine, stupid, foolish to ask of the opposition to do what the government has been elected to do with the juggernaut resources of the country. They have access to the treasury of the country, but instead what they are doing is raiding it, mismanaging the resources, and they then have persons who unsuspectingly and maybe not analyzing properly, taking what Rowley and them are saying and saying that we're doing the best with the resources that we have, and of course giving you a futuristic perspective that things are going to be better, and you have persons accepting that as justification for incompetence, impotence, and of course the deterioration of our circumstance. That to me does not make sense. How could you call on the opposition? The opposition has its role and function, I agree, and that is to keep the government on its P's and Q's as it has been doing. But this government is reckless, is brutal, and it is a criminal enterprise that has captured government and is now unleashing pain, ache, and agony to the people of Trinidad and Tobago. We cannot afford them now. We couldn't afford them then, and we will not be able to afford them into the future. Thank God.
Nice.
Thank God 2025 is here.
Caller.
Go ahead, caller.
Wait, you lost the caller. We can't have them hold on too long when they
No, go ahead. Stop me one time. Stop me. I'll pause one time.
Yeah. Call back, caller. Junior
my apology, caller, if I consumed some of your vital time.
Yeah, Junior saying TNT is a dictatorship. Someone here say to this Primraj, this live is all about politics from day one. This live is about politics, it's about current affairs, it's about Trinidad and Tobago. That's what this live is about, right? Ban is saying, imagine Kamala gave Junior Sammy 6.8 million to tow a 3 million fire truck. Laugh out loud. Junior Sammy, la. Right, what else? Alan Hercules is saying, when will you all stop talking? It's time action to hit the streets. Right? Crapo smoke all the pipe. So when will we stop talking? It's time to hit the streets. Crapo smoke our pipe. Don Lopez. Nice. All they could call back, All they could call back. Make sure they call and give you all contributions, man. Lennox Smith.
Yeah, but there is no bad contribution, including, of course, the notion that we must get boots on the ground. I think that is a valid point. I don't think anybody could dismiss that. The issue is, however, who is going to organize it? And if they organize it, whether or not there will be sufficient attractiveness, whether there is sufficient glue, whether there is sufficient magnetism to get the numbers that are required to, of course, cause a shake in this administration.
Hello.
If you have a call, go ahead, my friend. Once you have
Go
a call.
ahead, caller.
Good morning, Andy.
Good morning
Lennox,
to you.
Mikey,
Good
Newbie,
morning.
and to everybody out there. I am listening to this caller this morning, but I had to take a Dramamine because she was giving me motion sickness. She was all over the place with other things, okay?
Yes, yes.
Right. No, I want to know, I want to know, don't blame the government. You can't blame the government. Okay, but then tell me who to blame for the 22 babies that died in NICU. And the power report said it was through carelessness. Who to blame? Bolted on Rowley chest, because Rowley was bolted everything on Kamla chest, right? So who thief out the girls in the hospital? Kamla? Ask the nurses and them who will be thieving out everything from the hospital. Everything they're going with it, they could have thief the bed and go there and do it too. And no, people can't tell me I'm being facetious or fictitious or whatever all they want to say this morning. No. You understand? They are not supplying. They are not supplying even the pharmacies with CDAP drugs, right? We are catching our nenen out here to get medication. Last month, the spray that you use for asthmatic use, the spray, it was expiring, and they told the distributors and them, the pharmacists and them, to give out two. Give out two to the people because it was near the expiry date. So how much you're going to use out one? How often? And you can't use those sprays often. You see the nonsense? You walk with 2 bottles of liquid, talk about one had the dengue mosquito and one don't. If I could have said that, I'd tell them exactly where to put it. Right? No, it's true. It's true, Andy. Andy, you know, these people really, really getting me mad, you know, with the nonsense. And people making excuses. Now tell me, ban me asking me, right, what Kamla and them doing? Kamla and them in office, when Kamla was there, Kamla did what she had to do. She dropped food, VAT on 7,000 items, which included medication, toiletries, and food. We were living on a bed of roses when Kamla was there. Now we are living in hell. We cannot make ends meet. As Mother Bernie asked this morning if we noticed in the price. Mother Bernie, a long time ago. Andy?
Yes, a long time ago.
Yes, music, go ahead. We are listening. We are hearing you.
I was hearing the music there. A long time ago, I cut out all my wants. Right? All I am buying now is my needs. And now I cut down the needs. Every month you go, you're cutting down the needs. What are we going to live on just now? Last night I went to the budget consultation in MP Saddam's office in around West. It was really nice. And of course, you know, they had to ask Gil to talk. Well, I raised issues. I raised a lot of issues. And I hope that, we know they're not going to take on anybody who talking based with the opposition. They're doing what they want. And the ones who are supposed to be talking to them, quite contented with the nonsense that's going on. One chatter raised an issue about a dozen eggs. She paid for $33. I paid $36 a dozen. I paid $36 a dozen eggs. Every time you go in the grocery, everything going on, when you touch it and you see the price, you have to drop it like holy water on Satan. You cannot buy half of the things. And you can't even afford to throw away some food now. You can't afford to do it, right? So I don't know what they really expect us to do. I am waiting patiently to see what is going to come out of this budget. But Andy, as I promised you last week, and William McLeod, right? He wants to know, now I don't know if Lennox read it out, but I will take this opportunity this morning to read out some for you. Some of the primary schools that were completed. Lingua Presbyterian, Fabu Village Government, Monkey Town Government, Arima New Government, Enterprise Government, Rosal Roman Catholic, Palo Seco Government, Tulsa Trace Hindu School, Mount Pleasant Government, St. Barbara Spiritual Baptist, Riverdale Presbyterian. Then we had the Paramin RC. We also had St. Peter's RC School, right? Secondary schools was Arang West, Princess Town East, Couva West, I just pulling it out at random, and they did some like add on a block or so on some of these schools, like Lakshmi Girls, they go Martin North and all these things. I also have the list here of some of the early childhood education center: Cora Royal Road, Clark Road, Kush, Edinburgh South, Egypt Trace, Laconda, Harmony Hall, La Hoqueta. All these are ECCE schools, Lisa Gardens, Lower Komoto, Malabar, Mova, and there's a lot more, right? And I would suggest to Aaron McLeod now to go and find them. Seeing as you say, and then I heard one say that what Garcia mash up them Gopi Singh and prove him to be a liar. So all these schools are like Marlene Invisible Community Center. These schools are there. They could go and touch it. They could go and see it. They could go and feel it. The partnership government worked for the people. But all Rowley working for is to make the rich richer in this country. And we saw it that he made Stuart Young brother a banking billionaire. We saw, but I sure it's over 1,000 recusal by now, because 3 years ago it was 500 and something. I'm absolutely sure it's over 1,000 recusal now. And I want to ask Badme, all of them, McLeod, everybody, did you all benefited from anything that the government did? But all you want to come here and run all your mouth with a set of lies. With a set of lies. Stop acting as though you all have coprophagia. Stop regurgitating all the nonsense that Rowley telling all here. Find facts and bring the facts here. We will listen to all here. But not the nonsense all they come in here to talk. Thanks a lot, Andy. Maybe Lennox will read out the rest.
No problem. Next caller.
I'll do better than that, Andy. I'll send you the list and of course the inquiry of Dr. Rowley when he asked for the 100 schools that he couldn't find.
Caller. Lennox Smith.
Yes, go ahead, caller. Go ahead, caller.
I want to challenge any UNC supporter to go to any supermarket of their choice and point out to me 7,000 food items. I challenge any one of them, 7,000 food items that all they claim that they remove VAT from. Also, as Mr. Daku said, Mr. Garcia, immediately after Tim Gopi Singh read out the list, he disputed all of them. Not all, but a lot of them. He disputed it. And Tim Gopi Singh had no reply. So tell Ms. Sandra Cruz to get his facts and stop coming and lying on the radio.
All right, next caller. Morning caller. Go ahead, caller. All the callers who answer that, go ahead. Let me clear the lines. Go ahead.
Morning, Andy. Morning, Lennox. Everybody.
Good morning.
Brothers and sisters. Yes, Vasan Bharat coming back. I just hope he ain't coming back to really kill the opposition leader, because I know Vasant and others say so much a thing and do so much a thing to the opposition leader. You ain't no damn good Vasant, but I know if you coming back is to make a difference next year coming is the election, come and make a difference to the party and the people, because you know what? We have to get the PLM out. And don't come with all talk thinking that all you come in to get out the opposition leader. Come and make that fight. Fight it out, because the PLM cannot last another year in this country. Under this administration, it has to go. So you come with what unity, strength, and may we prosper and get out this wicked PLM from government. Only we have to fight and make a difference in this country, because all this suffering too much under this PLM administration. They have to go. So let's stand in unity again. Stand and fight this fight to get them out of power forever.
Thank you so much, Ms. Lahokata. Next caller, morning caller. We're calling from what's your contribution?
Andy.
Go ahead.
Andy, good morning again. You see what I tell you, they're suffering from coprophagia? You see what I just tell you? You coming to tell me Garcia say that it was true? And look, I have to pull out from the newspaper, Newsday, from the Ministry of Education, Saturday, the 19th of July 2014, with somebody's school. Pictures are there. What did Garcia dispel? It is on the Hansard. It is right there, but I know you can't read. I know you can't read. Now, after 9 years, you coming to ask me, right, to go and point out the items? I'm telling you, it's coprophagia going on here this morning. Andy, there was a list when Rowley, I'll never forget that, there was a headline, right, that the government fooled people hook, line, and sinker. They fell for it hook, line, and sinker. The Guardian published a list of the 7,000 food items. The Guardian published it that VAT was taken off. They don't want to admit that under the partnership government we were living better. When they brought back VAT, Mrs. Prasad asked him, are you going to put back VAT on the 7,000 food items? They never answered, and they went and they put it back. Don't come here and pretending that you're lying here, because you will meet your match. You will meet your match this morning. You see, I don't expect all you, because all you don't read, all you can't read, all you don't like to read. But anything that Rowley vomit on, they picking it up and running with it. Right? It is here, everybody to see it and everybody to read. Coming to tell me about Garcia, shut him down, and Garcia make him a liar. Garcia was sleeping on himself half the time.
Hey, that's true.
Yeah, and it's true. And Andy, and not only the 106 completed schools, right? They left various schools, small schools, in various stages of construction. That is what they did. We have no reason to come here and lie. The proof is there. The proof is there. And Andy, let me tell you something. The food items that the VAT was removed of, we could have lived off of that. We could have lived off of that. Rowley excuse was after the Guardian. Make him a liar. Look at the kind of thing with so much of fats in it and this and that. What all you doing now? What all you doing now? Andy, there was no VAT on any medication and toiletries. And from the minute this thing happened, they put on 12% on. That is how come medication is so high too. Because they put on the 12.5% on it. So don't come here and tell me I'm lying. Because you don't even know what this you're talking about, because you can't read it. And even if you pull up the Hansard report, you can't even read it. Thanks a lot, Andy.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Let's continue.
Andy, I did send for you via WhatsApp that list.
Yes, LENNOX Smith, you're saying something there.
I sent to you via WhatsApp that list of 107 schools in various stages of construction and or completion.
Nice, nice. I will organize that day in a little bit.
Yes, of course, and it begins with Dr. Rowley asking the question.
Go ahead, caller.
Morning, Andy and LENNOX. How are you? You know, Andy, they have a school, a primary school building up in Mova since when Manning days, you know. And it's still building. It's a church up in Mova that house them children there. You can't finish yet. So let that PNN caller put on any pipe and smoke it. It's long that school going through a world record for rebuilding that primary school. Since Manning days and now. Check how many years is that? Have a good day.
Yes, that's the market school.
Next caller, morning caller.
Market school in Mova.
Hello, LENNOX Smith.
Hey.
Market school. That the UNC build that?
The caller just said that it was under Manning and it is still not built.
But let me say something. And again, I ask Mr. Dakuzu, who seems to be frustrated, right? Again, I challenge anybody to go to the biggest supermarket in Trinidad and Tobago and point out to me 7,000 food items. I challenge anyone all here. And again, she talking about a listening papers. A listening papers that the newspapers would have printed what Gopi Singh said. But they didn't print what Mr. Garcia said immediately after and debunked what he said. So, Mr. De Cruz, I know you're frustrated. I know. You're missing a little
Mr. Porter Spain, I'll challenge you. Meet me where at your convenience, and I will carry you to where the schools are, because I, on the ground report, was responsible as part of the team to investigate that matter, and I can show you where every single school either overtaken by nature in various stages of completion or have in fact been completed. You and all will be amazed as to the level of waste. And of course,
and also you have to carry him, Lennox Smith, to a grocery and show him the 7,000 food items, because he put that at chance. Go ahead, caller.
As a challenge, yes.
Go ahead.
Let's not waste time. Let's get the job done. Go ahead, caller.
Andy, and Mikey Cave and everybody. Good morning. Andy, please don't allow these PNM callers to come and abuse our dedicated callers like Miss Santa Cruz. It is in the Hansel, it is on the papers. Why this fella coming and asking to show $7,000, 7,000 VAT-free items? What wrong with he, boy? Hey, Eric Williams, spoil, stick, Chauncey Hill, go somewhere now, boy, I don't call you. And also, Ola and Hines and them want to take out the people's tint and cost them $2,000 charge. Andy, let me tell you something. They don't have an instrument to measure your tint. And when the people put on the legal tint, they want to charge them and tell them, take it off. And the people just tell them, this is the legal tint. But they have no instrument to measure it. The government does send the licensing officers and police, and they don't have an instrument to measure your tint. And what is people really... You know what happened? Let me tell you what happened. You see Rowley? Rowley vexed because the people of this country vote Pandey and vote Kamla, and they pay them back pay. Here like that, he want to squeeze out every cent from the people of this country who voted for UNC and get their back pay. And I want to tell that woman who called and say she's son, who have a child in some country and get injured, and they want free medical intervention. Let me tell you something, Andy. Anytime a citizen of this country go to any country, we just have to pay for our medical attention. It's only in this where this nasty government does allow everybody to come and get free for all in this country in a medical institution, and then tell me now, we had to pay for our own medical. What kind of nastiness on this radio station, boy? Then the read, Andy. Thank you and have a good day.
Thank you very much. And somebody is saying here, good morning. The PNM is really not good for our country. Their main source of making money is by ticketing the drivers and by the playway games. That's what they are saying there. Before we go there, because the lines and them are really tough, let me say a pleasant good morning to you. Mikey K, a pleasant good morning to you, my brother.
Hey, good morning to you, my brother. Am I coming in clear?
Loud and clear.
And I'm hearing you quite clear as well.
Williams. Good morning to you, LENNOX Smith.
Yes.
Good morning to our technical director and to all the good folks who are locked on. Yeah, Andy, let's make the calls come in. I know the people they're on the line and they want to get in. A pleasant good morning, TNT. Who we have on the outside?
Morning, caller.
Yeah, that illiterate man who talking about people don't read and things. I wonder if he was in news last night where they show you that the Ministry of Transport and Sport have the equipment to measure the things. So before you open your mouth, Mr. Gentleman, and start accusing people of being illiterate, use a gun. You don't only water
No, man.
Right?
Nice. And all you have to do
Yeah,
is keep
keep
it
it clean.
Just keep it clean and you will be allowed to talk. Go ahead.
I said waterfront.
Yeah,
I said waterfront.
Waterfront,
Right?
right.
Right? The waterfront party who was down there supporting UNC, who didn't have a clue what they was there about. Them the people are talking about. Right?
Okay.
So tell your corner who want to chastise people. Right? So get his facts now. Either go by the neighbor and watch TV, watch the news at least. When the night come and stop talking nonsense.
All right, thank you very
Fire
much. Next caller.
River.
Morning.
Fire River.
Yeah, boy.
Wait.
Hi. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Yeah. Yes, I'm well said. I'm a Santa Cruz. And you know something? We have no right to be trying to carry on a conversation with these illiterate PNM people. If your place flood and in front of your house covered with brown water, they will say, oh boy, look how PNM built a nice swimming pool for them. You understand? They don't touch like that to that extent. Everything that you want to tell me, Andy, fellas, all you want to tell me, we living in this country, as I always like to say, for 9 years. And anybody had to come and tell anybody how their life was for the past 9 years? Anybody had to tell you that? But have the ones who get in the contract and who get ordinary citizens like myself. You are affected one way or another. With either the medicine, every time you go in the pharmacy, you have to pay more for medicine. That man, he ain't hearing that, he ain't seeing that. PNM is getting medicine free. When you go in the grocery, you have to look and see. You know, and my grandchildren like yogurt and they like all these kind of things. Well, thank God the parents could still afford to buy a thing or two. But the things that people need, the food, the thing people cannot buy, you understand? All like you talking so, green fig and salt is a gourmet dinner, you understand? And they're okay if PLM give them that. They can't have a nutritious breakfast. They can't have a nutritious lunch or dinner and no snacks in between. But it's okay as long as PLM have them hungry, it's all right. And then you come in to talk strip. Listen, but let me tell you, mister. It ain't what he say or she say or the ground report say or the caller say. It is a fact. It is a fact that things in this country are just about impossible. We cannot buy the food that we need to buy. We cannot get the medicine, the vitamins, and the minerals and everything that we need to buy because we do not have money. The same money that we have had for the past 9 years, even 4%, which is just like zero, it can go nowhere. You have your car. You know how much more money these people in this country spending to put gas in the car, but them ain't seeing that. And the point is nobody don't have to tell you. You're seeing it. You're experiencing it, but the people in this country, they're wicked to themselves. They're wicked to themselves. PLM can do them anything, and they're not trying and fighting, and they do not know that they deserve a better life. They deserve to live better. Look how many times the ground report have asked them and have organized for them to come out and march. The only thing people could do against a government that is terrorizing the people and have the people suffering and have everything is to come out and march by the thousands and protest. Who came out? Nobody. So half of them, they're getting just all they deserve. And last night I'm watching on the news, where these sort of clowns, big excitement, car come out, Ola come out, the other sort of the police have become. The big thing is, they're dealing with tint. All you ever hear tint on any car kill anybody? What all you should be looking for is not who car tinted, all you should be looking for all the illegal arms and ammunition in this country. That should be the big and the big drama. You understand? So people will be able to feel safer. All you ain't going to get the gangs. All you ain't going to get the guns. All you ain't going to get the ammunition. No. But it's a big sort of drama because people have tint in the car. All you're looking again to make more money for him. But let me tell you this, Sandy. I know I can't take up your program. You see the people, as I always say every day, you see all what going on in this country is not the PLM, you know. It's not the government, you know. It's the lazy, coward people who allow the government to walk all over them, to do them what they want, when they want, how they want, and they keep them quiet. And every day is a new issue. People getting killed. What country in the world you will have with people getting killed? People dying they can't get things in the pharmacy. They can't buy food in the grocery. The education, I saw a woman last night saying, imagine my experiences with my grandson last year. His parents bought him a book
$300 and something was for the book. That was last term. Up till now, he ain't read a page in that book. Brand new. And then this year now is all the curriculum. You understand? The school, excuse me, the children's school books are costing thousands of dollars. What about the parents who want the children to be educated and they cannot afford to buy these books? We have to look and see what PLM is doing to this country. Even the youths are not given the opportunity to be educated as they should be. Some parents can buy it, and the parents cannot buy the books. Who are so saying about that? And the people sit down and they come out and they... Until the people wake up and tell this PLM, we ain't taking no more, it will continue. Fellas, you all are doing an excellent job. Keep up the good work and we will keep on talking. God bless.
Thank you.
Hello.
Yes, indeed.
Go ahead, caller.
What?
Yes, Ms. Woodbrook, apparently you and Ms. Santa Cruz are the chairman and vice chairman of the frustrated UNC supporters, right? If all they want to be so foolish, they complain, but they can't buy this and they can't buy that. But you're buying phone cards to be calling a program every morning. Thank God for the PNM that you're paying less for the phone cards since they reduce the VAT. But you're complaining. Let's complain for everything. Yes, thank God for the PNM. Thank God for the PNM that most of them who are working now not paying a cent in PAYE because of what we initiated Mr. Mberte. Are you ungrateful?
Thank you for this morning caller. Next caller, we're calling from what's your contribution on the government report?
That's the mindset.
Yeah, more mad people outside than inside, boy.
But they have people, real people calling, which is good. Go ahead.
Morning, caller. Morning. Oh boy.
Hey.
I want to touch on this thing that Rohan Cinnamon, this Pump City Rasta, and this praying mantis we have here as commissioner of police. They're coming out to ticket people, give them the merit points, lead by example, or let's strip all the tint from all the government vehicles, including Rowley, Cinnamon, Imbert, all of them vehicles, including them license officers and them dirty stinking pigs in white. You understand? And then come out and ticket we. Only had to lead by example. Look on and listen.
Next caller, go ahead, caller. Morning.
Do as I say, but don't do as I do.
Morning, Andy.
Morning, caller. Go ahead.
Go ahead, caller. We hearing you.
Andy, I want St. Anne's take cognizance of the patients. The patients inside them, you can call to the station and they're not locking on the phone. That fella calling him with impunity on this on the line here, and they need to lock down the phone for him. Have a good day.
All right, so St. Anne's, they want to check out all the patients, make sure nobody don't have an illegal phone in quarters, right? St. Anne's.
I won't subscribe to that. I don't.
You ain't subscribe. All right.
No, I'll tell you why. Oh, go ahead. After this call. Go ahead.
After this one. Go ahead, caller.
Good morning. Yeah, we have some people calling. That is why we have leaders like this in our country. People have no morality. People have no kind of personal value. Just imagine people calling and supporting a party that a leader and headship have no kind of moral value. Nothing. I wonder if that caller have a conscience with his personal moral value and leadership in his own household. Come and talk so bold when you have a leader who messing up everything in the country. Every single thing and have no standard of value and no principle, nothing to care about, and he's fighting for leadership. I wonder if he have a conscience to really raise the hand to praise God. He could praise God consciously with right principle and standard of value. That is why we have leadership in this country, because the voters them compromise with their lifestyle. So when you see leaders come and do it in this nation, they embrace it because they have no sort of standard of value and morality. So thank you all. We cannot support fellows like this, and he's calling in so much time to give a contribution, and there is no moral talk in his communication. There is no morality, no positivity. Everything is a fight and a fight. This program is not a fight on Mikey K, Andy William, LENNOX Smith. These fellows have moral value. These fellows have high in moral value. That is why anybody could call in and talk, but when they call in and talk, they're calling and talk to a proper radio program. So that fellow who called just now, hello, just alert yourself and get some moral value and standard, please, and let us choose proper quality leadership to lead the generation. Watch Mikey K and Andy Williams and Lennox Smith. These fellas speak, and when they speak, they can lead the generation, they can give advice to the generation. So try and follow suit now, the kind of leadership on this program now. Okay, thank you all. Have a blessed day.
Thank you. Next caller, morning.
Yes. Hi, good morning, guys, and to all the listeners. St. Joseph here, just listening and having a good laugh. I have another one for you, though. This morning on the newspaper, a reporter interviewed a minister, Ministry of Finance. So this is numbers, people, right? And she said that the PSA people, of the 1,200 workers in the PSA that have to sign up for the new revenue authority, 60% did not respond, right? So that is 720 people did not respond. That leaves 480 people, right? And then the newspaper reporter said, and the minister said the majority of these said they sign up. They sign. So if it's 50%, if it's a majority, that is 240 people. You know what the headline was? Majority of people sign up. That could never be a majority. 240 people is nothing. That is 20% of the workforce. I don't understand. I don't know if it's the editor that make up that headline, or why the reporter did not ask the minister. How could you say that is a majority when it is a majority of the minority? Oh, come on, man, people. Don't just write down what the minister tell you. Ask a question. Consider what she said and see if it makes sense. It does not make sense. Are we all in primary school? Good grief. Anyhow, Lennox, that's the chuckle for you today. Have a good day.
All
Bye.
right.
Thank you, Mr. Joseph.
Thank you.
Mikey, go ahead, my brother.
Hey, morning once again. Listen, for those folks who have an issue with the caller that's calling in, I say hats off to Miss Santa Cruz and Miss Woodbrook, and the caller before the last who spoke, people who compromise. That's why people could make statements like that and get away with it. You shouldn't have a problem with this fella. We will allow him to talk as long as he's not disrespectful.
Mikey, talk to them.
Yeah? As long as he's not disrespectful, we'll allow him to talk. You know why? Because at the end of the day, we allow everything else. We watch the news and we saw where it is that the Democrats wouldn't allow the party to be led by a zombie, so they changed the candidate. We saw where the Republicans are not going to allow somebody to just be on the watch for the Secret Service and allow them to take a shot at their candidate. They got rid of the head of the Secret Service. We know what's on in Venezuela. They're saying they're not allowing Maduro to steal the election. And it goes on and on all over the world. People are telling what they do not allow. But we allow everything else here in this country. So allow that man to speak. You know why? Because we allow missing money to take place. We allow a lying prime minister and a government to be at the helm of our business. We allow murders. We allow home invasions. We allow government ministers, friends, family, and financiers to take everything. We allow the fact that they are dead divers. We allow the fact that there are non-disclosure agreements with the Chinese government. We allow the fact that 2,000 students fell through the cracks. We allow racial division. We allow them to give people 4% despite the increase in the cost of living. We allowed for them to die, to kill babies in the hospital. We allowed for them with dengue after the health minister said that they were working on this at the beginning of the year. We allow everything else. And you allow people to talk. You know why? Because then you'll have an idea where they're at. After 9 years of suffering, of not delivering, of not serving the people of Trinidad and Tobago, the fact that they don't even want to acknowledge that they wipe out the middle class, but you hear the utter rubbish that they're spewing, yes, allow them to talk, because this is not going to be a walk in the park. This political battle. And if you think anything else, just going to sidestep and allow us to get in there to save this country, you have another thing coming. It is not going to be an easy ride. It's not going to be a walk in the park. We need all hands on deck. We need all the support that we could get, because at the end of the day, none of us, and I repeat, none of us can take another 5 years of this madness. So you allow everything to take place and you won't allow people to talk? No! Here I from. That's what they think of you. They believe that they could talk that utter nonsense, that nonsensical diatribe, and trying to get political traction out of it so they could stay into office. But you know better. You know when we say come out is to come out. You know when we say push back is to push back. You know when we say stand your ground is to stand your ground. So don't be crying here today. At the end of it all, we have a battle that we must and we must and we must win.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Bang, 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 bang.
Oh boy, the lines are open. So for those of you out there, just keep it clean. Because at the end of the day, all of us, as Mikey said, we allow every nastiness. But we don't want to allow the people, the PNM supporters, to call and give their view. At least you'll get an eye opener how they're thinking. At least you will understand it will not be an easy battle. For those of you who feel like we are walking in the park and we just don't walk in government, that is far from the truth. At the end of the day, all hands need to be on deck. And it's only when we don't allow, like how the CIA didn't allow somebody to take a shot, or Biden, Republicans make he step down, the Democrats make he step down. What a way Mikey K put it across.
People stand up and they let you know that they are not going to allow this. You're not allowed disrespect in your home. You're not going to allow people to just come in and just treat you any which way. So why we allowing them to get away with political murder? They're getting away with dead babies, dengue. Imagine the Couva Health Center will be closed this weekend because they had to spray it. So in other words, people going to the health center and getting dengue there. That's the reality, and we are allowing that. We don't know what it is was allowed for them to sign up with the Chinese that we no longer own, but we are allowing that. We allow missing money. We allow 2,000 plus students to fall through the crack. We allow everything else. Women to be raped and murdered and violated. We allow all of that. And now you have a problem with hearing how they think. They don't respect us. They don't like us. So this is not going to be an easy walk. So get yourself ready. We have to win. We win.
Morning,
so
morning, Andy.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Listen to the phone. Don't listen to your background. Go ahead.
Yeah. What happened? Yeah, hold on. Yeah.
You probably going to lower it down. Lower it down.
Go lower it down.
I'll call back, Andy.
yeah.
Just lower it down, caller. Just
yeah.
Listen on your phone. Don't listen to the background. Who's on the outside?
Good morning, Andy, Mikey, Lennox, and to everybody out there again. I want to tell that caller, you parking cars, right? Sweated like a runaway slave parking cars. But you talking about me? I hope that you could prove, just like Tabakeet and Kingsley, that I get box train contract. I hope all you could prove it. Right? Another thing, we only forget when all you used to be outside the with the Red Army, with the next one, with the Red Beret. Where? Only forget when all you used to be doing it. All they didn't know what all was outside there for, but they give all their phone card and tell all to go outside. They give all their phone card and a juice box to go and protest outside the Hyatt. You see, we learn from all you.
Let me just finish that WhatsApp.
We learn from all you how to protest, how to do things, because everything the partnership did was a fault for you. Thanks for teaching us what to do. And the only person who's sounding frustrated is you. You sounding like you're suffering from some kind of deficiency. So you better take your meds. Because you're tying up yourself like a market crab.
Morning Lennox, morning Andy, morning everybody who listening. Andy, Storby here. I know we fed up at them license officers in Tobago who coming up and torturing we. This is about money, I realize. This is about politics. This is not about safety.
Oh boy. Let me take these calls here. Let's stop in the WhatsApp. Go ahead, caller. Make it short.
Yeah, Andy, I again. What's how Mikey to be on call? So, Mikey, hello.
Morning. Yes, brother.
Morning. Remember,
Morning,
a time gone by, you used to talk about a fella at the governor's house, and he only listening to Caranage.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, this fella from Port of Spain, he's singing like this man like he living nowhere, like he's to go and pick up fishes in the laboratory in town there and eat. Yeah, no food prices, the job.
Caller, that caller's agenda is to stay in government, you know. Exactly. He is doing his job, you know.
Yeah.
He is doing his job, understand that?
Yeah. I thought the man would have said something to educate the younger one who coming up now. What about that Balize house they building? That Balize house going to come just like you see Pina church in Guanapo, you know, you will see. Taking people money and building what they call it? A mall? LENNOX.
Yes.
Go ahead, make your contribution. Go ahead, you make your contribution, my partner.
All right, brother. Thanks.
All right, next caller, morning caller.
Yes, I want to tell the Minister of Health, don't come on national television and say people from 6 to 20 is those people who dying from the dengue, who will die from the dengue, and comorbidities. All you feel, all you smart. Yes, nobody in faith can have no dengue and people ain't dying from the dengue. But all you adding up is the COVID. All you putting people's hands. That is the people who dying. And all you want to come and add up and say it's dengue. Everything is dengue now. But we know all the people who die with clots they get is the COVID. We ain't stupid. I for one ain't stupid. I know that it's those people who dying, but all they have nothing good and nothing better to say, but it's the dengue. But I said it all yesterday, all you lied is the COVID. All you kill people already, 4,000 odd, but all you want to say now is dengue. I'm telling you, I could stand for and say, it's the COVID killing people right now. All the people who die now is the COVID. That's no damn dengue. I say
All right, thank you. Next caller, pleasant good morning to you.
Why down in Central there's open the rum shop so early? Why this woman that be talking so much nonsense and all the one correction? The people down on that side, they are too nasty. Check and see the majority of the budget says all the study used to play politics and don't care, they're not cleaning the place and then want to blame everybody.
Nice. Next caller. Morning caller.
Morning. Silver Fox here, Tobago.
Go ahead, Silver Fox, Tobago.
Trinidad and Tobago, it is time for us to stop the talking. It's time to stop the talking and let us get out there. All who believe they want to get out there, let Andy give all my number and let us come together and get out there, because I can't take no more of this government. I can't take no more of this PNM. I can't take no more of this pressure. Pipe does bust when you get too much of pressure, and my pipe almost reached the busting stage. And I'm calling on all young people. All you can't walk through in boat. All you have to get out on the street. Young people, Trinidad and Tobago, all you have to get out there. All you have to support. All you over 18. We have to stand up for our country. Look, Rowley, it's alleged. Rowley have a death wish. That death wish is alleged. It's to destroy Trinidad and Tobago, and he's doing it. And we only getting up on mornings and talking. Time for talking done. And this man that calling from Port of Spain, it have a lot of work in Port of Spain to take up them feces and get Port of Spain clean. So stop your stupidness this morning. You're sleeping on the edge of the bed because too much oil on it. You're suffering, but you're still fighting up. We have to stand up for Trinidad and Tobago. Look, that ambulance. He could have had their mother, their father, their sister, their brother inside that ambulance. And because of power and authority, they stopped the ambulance. I could have been it. What is going on in Trinidad and Tobago? We have no law again here. We have to bring back Trinidad and Tobago. This was a blessed place. We used to sing long time, welcome to Tobago, Lana Steelban and Calypso. Well, we could sing now, oh God, welcome to hell. Thank you.
Oh boy. When Mother Bernie is saying it have anywhere dirty like Port of Spain, look at the floods and them water. So who will have more disease? All you really done, yes? The lines are busy.
Greetings.
All right, greetings. Next voice notes. Come on.
Andy Pleasant, good morning. Trinidad and Tobago, good morning. Central here. Andy, may God continue blessing you guys for the wonderful, awesome job that you all continuously doing by enlightening the country from right from wrong. Andy, the people on the grounds are saying they're sick, tired, and fed up at this PNM. Can't perform, can't run a country, have no brains. They want them out of this thing what they call like government. They want them out of it. They're fed up with the talk thing. So I don't know why this man called Rowley don't call a date and time. And let we just get rid of them once and for all now. So that them other person them who calling in and talking as it's a waste of time thing on air. We ain't want that. We want positivity. That's what we're going for. We are going for no negative kind of movements. No negative things are wrong us. Anything negative, we just remove it. In the mighty name of Jesus. You understand? Because if you ain't have God in this place, I don't know what people go do again. You know? Look at how much people commit suicide underneath this raging PNM government. The disappointed, the neglected, all kind of thing you could think about. Young people just getting fed up because they have no opportunity. They have nothing to go to. Why these people and them can't understand? These ones and them don't want to change their mind and their heart.
Wow. Wait, let me clear the lines because red people. Morning caller.
Pleasant good morning, gentlemen, and all of Trinidad and Tobago. I remember when we used to have a very beautiful country. And we were progressing well. The children were being educated. People were happy. I think they were living their best life. Now, what we have is just the opposite. Port of Spain is stink. It's nasty. It's dirty. That is our town, our main town, our capital. Go to any part of the world and see how the capital in those countries are. And that is a reflection of what is happening in our country. We have given up our right to ask and to demand from the government what is rightfully ours and how our country should be run and how it should look and how everything concerning us in Trinidad and Tobago should be. We are settling for what we have, and this is why they are going and doing more and more to us so that we look dirtier, uglier, incapable, and as if we have no brain. That is why he could say that we are stupid. That's why they could say that, because we are accepting all the crap that they are doing. We have to unite. We have to fight. We have to stand up. We have to make a change for our children, our grandchildren, for the future generations, for ourselves as well. And the elderly citizens are really suffering out there. I mean, I don't visit the health institutions, but from what I am hearing, the cry all the time, it is really very sad and unfortunate. Because these are the people who would have served the country and probably most of likely have served it faithfully, did their best, and this is how we treat them now, as if they are unimportant and why they don't die very quickly. So, I mean, if we are feeling this way about what is happening, we need to act. Time for talking is done. It is now really time for action. And action for better, not for worse. That caller who is calling, he is probably living elsewhere. He's not living in Trinidad and Tobago. So, and he is speaking, and this is what we are up against. Look at what he is saying, knowing everything that is going on in this country, even with the school situation, when we had the best education for that period, 2010 to 2015, the best we were in the world for a little nation like us. And you are coming now to try to debunk what that minister would have produced during that 5 years, and when it is not true, speak the truth. You see, this is where we have gone so far away from the truth that we have been perpetrating all these lies that we believe them now to be true. And that's very dangerous. And that's where we are. So we need to act, and we need to act soon and get rid of them. Thank you all very much. Do have a blessed day.
Thank you, Teacher Balmain. And Michael Baldio saying Port of Spain is the capital S-hole of Trinidad and Tobago, the Caribbean, on the any day.
How long did he know? How long has he known that? How long has he known that?
Mm-hmm.
This is not about the caller that's calling in. Yes, you allowed all of these things to happen. We all allowed these things to happen. All of it. So what are we talking about? No. Let's look at the reality here, Andy. When you look at the news report, fellas, the woman who stole the books, that big talk they talk about on the Henry Street bookstore, she has to go to court on October 3rd. And the woman admitted that, listen, she did not have enough money. I didn't have enough money to buy books for my child. Maybe she's not the attractive type. I don't know. I'm not here to cast judgment on her looks. Maybe she's not willing to compromise her body. You know, maybe that is just the fact of the matter. But she could not do anything comes to fill in her son's book list. And they say, although she was caught, there were a lot of comments about this thing. And the comments was that poverty is hell, or who feels it knows it. All of that was posted under the story. 6 textbooks are over $2,000. Who's the real thief here? That's another person said that, right? The average cost to fill a primary school book list, that's 1 through 5 at Mohammed's Bookstore Limited and Ishmael M. Cans Limited in Port of Spain is $600 to $1,000. When you look at second-hand bookstores, all it is about the same. Well, not the same, but you're getting it coming up to a lot. A standard 3 book list for the Delford Anglican School costs $647. And the list goes on and on. You have books for $1,500. It have books for $1,800. Cheaper. High price for school textbooks. So yeah, that man can afford to talk because he realized that all we want to do is just simply compromise everything. How many people attended any of the pre-budget consultations by the United National Congress? It's still ongoing. How many people are ready to come out and be a part of something? And that is why we will get that kind of talk, because at the end of the day, they believe that they're going to stay there because we are just willing to compromise. When are we going to let them know once and for all that we want to live better, we must live better, and we are committed to living better? When are we going to do that?
Oh boy, no, the rest say, Mikey K, I can tell you books not cheap. Go ahead, next caller. Morning.
Morning, Andy and Lennox. Mikey. Mikey, you're right, you know. About the caller, he really went to school in August and his favorite subject was recess, so he don't really care about no textbook. And you see yesterday what happened with the flooding in Port Spain, only 40 minutes of rain, and that place flooded 3 feet of water in Port Spain. You can imagine if rain fall there for a whole day, what happened? You gotta build an ark to pass through there because Noah gotta come back there and people are playing with it. This 9 years, this government in power, you know, and not one form of infrastructure or something like that to aid in their alleviation of flooding in Port Spain. All they put that in all their head and understand what's going on here. They have been doing nothing for the past 9 years and they continue to do nothing and everything just going down, down, down. Have a good day.
Thank you so much. And somebody online is saying, favorite subject was recess. Yes, it was recess. Come, let me finish them voice notes by the meanwhile earlier, and then I will call back some of you callers that try hard to get through, but that is who call WhatsApp, eh? That is all.
Looking at your own children and your grandchildren to see them going on the drain, boy? Eh? You went by helping and pull them out, boy. You go leave them let them go down with the water, boy? Eh? You have to put in this kind of way for them to understand. But I thank God the majority open their eyes and they open their brains enough to understand and see what's taking place. It takes them so long. But at the end of the day, God give them the vision for them to see for themselves. Let them feel it for themselves. You understand? As we say, PNM is like parasite. And Trinidad and Tobago have to get real serious and firm and deal with them when that day comes. Deal with them politically so that this thing will have to done once and for all. You know, everything else have a full stop. This is them full stop here now. There's nothing further for them to go to. You understand? So PNM, Rowley, call the date and time. The people is ready to get you out of office. You and your whole non-performing can't perform cabinet. They're ready to run them out from there. And is that Andy?
And is that? Oh boy, what else? Let me just run through these voice notes. Them quick.
Andy Williams, you mean with all that going on in this country, he had the people still siding with the PNM with all the wrongdoings that going on in this country?
Yes, Mother Bunny.
We have problems where we money missing and nobody and telling me nothing. All you want to fight the Auditor General because she bring it out in the public that all you thief the money. Eh? Every day we have a Prime Minister who is a frequent flyer. He talk about Kamala, but he's a frequent flyer. Every minute he go in here, there and everywhere. And what he bring into the table? Nothing. I said I felt this go happen and that go happen and nothing ain't happening. People of Trinidad and Tobago, we need to stop being distracted by this rubbish. And let me sit down and think about what next. Because his friend rigged the election in Venezuela, but he ain't gonna rig that one here. As long as we come out with vengeance and vote out the PNM. The PNM have no room in this country and we need them out. Them is a disease. They are a disease to this country. And the people of Trinidad and Tobago need to understand. Some of them not coming on the radio and opening up their mouth is the Hamper family. The Hamper and Jersey with money inside it family. And they can't do without that. The kickbacks, they're having it real. And they are the people who suffer and can't buy school books and buy grocery for their children. And you coming on the radio to talk a set of rubbish and defending these political bandits who keep reaping and raping the treasury of the Trinidad and Tobago citizens.
Oh boy, Mother Bunny, Tobago.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Bang, bang, bang.
Good morning, caller. Where are you calling from? What's your contribution on the Ground Report this morning?
Mother Bernie, you and Silver Fox are frustrated. On a study what's going on with Tobago with Fari. The people who every week, every other fortnight, you hear people complaining they ain't get paid. We ain't get paid for 2 or 3 weeks, 2 or 3 fortnights. And all this, the shame on the shame. You, Mother Bernie, you come on the radio and cry. And Mikey K can attest to that. When your son or your daughter didn't get work because they promised them work, you cost Fari left, right, and center. Now the person will get a little work. You think? All they say, all they ungrateful. keep on all your own business first. Farley mashing up Tobago. Farley mashing. Look how much people who driving with suspended license in Tobago and only don't want the license officer to come and see what that people without insurance only like too much damn lawlessness. And it's that.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Bang, 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 bang.
Oui, sir.
Andy, you see what the job of a car park technician could bring you? Total absurdity and warp loyalty.
Mikey.
Yes.
No, but the fact of the matter is, Lennox.
Yes.
If it is he's going to touch you and embarrass you, and it's not based on facts, then you have to have your rebuttals ready. This program is, and I keep saying, is not about just being entertained. It's about educating people so the people could understand what their responsibilities are. They will say whatever it takes to stay in the government. It is not going to be a walk in the park. That is the fact of the matter. We could look for all kind of kinks in his armor. We could call him this, we could call him that. But they mean business. So it's time that people start to research the facts. It's time that people bring about the real true issues. Otherwise, they will get away with it and stay right there in government. That's right. This man giving you work to do. This is not about being entertained. The work that we have is to ensure that we live better. We must live better. And we have to send that message. We're not going to take another 5 years of that. He is saying he has nothing to offer. You know? Nothing new, no policies, no program, nothing. But he is testing you so you could understand. Do your homework and get yourself ready.
The Ground Report with Mikey K.
Even at the risk of him being specious, sounding good, but really and truly hollow. Good morning.
Ground Report. I'm listening with interest as this caller repeatedly calls in and states his issues. But he sounds really frustrated, huh? I mean, they closed down all the soup kitchens, and snail catching has become quite a difficult task. But now that the rain is falling, he'll probably catch his snails and he'll probably get some money for that. And we shouldn't wonder, you know, because at the end of the day, this government did provide gainful employment for him, albeit snail catching, because that is all he's probably good for. Thank you very much.
Right, next caller, morning caller. We're calling from. What's your contribution on the Ground Report this morning?
Andy for Grandy, and Grandy for Andy. Andy, that is why, you see what Maduro do? That is why we want foreign observers in this country. And maybe the caller who just called, we want him to observe the EBC for us. But we will watch him good. Andy, you see, it's nice to know that the gentleman is talking facts, because Farley can't run a country without money. And the central government, which is belong to in there and Rowley, they release the money. They can't get money to run and pay Miss Bernie family and get them work. It's the same thing when Paris Harari, right? They're not releasing the money to the Burgesses and them to do the work, to carry out the work and the dredging, right? So you see, the caller is right, because you see the dredging in Central and down in South and the spraying, because just imagine the vector section, apparently they use all in Port Spain, and it's a bad thing to know that when a minister could come on the TV and talk and say it's people responsible for the health and to clean now and to spray, right? The fella is right, because if all the callers on them, they really know what they want, a better day and a better life. What Mikey is saying, that when they say come out, he himself will come and they don't associate with the group. They can stand up on the side of the road, is your right. But you see, the fella is right, because as they run this country with $9 a barrel of oil and no new taxes. And he say oil price went down for 2 days under -0, and it affect the government for 9 years. So you see the economic prosperity, and what he get is old talk and baffle them with BS and dazzle them with old talk. for 9 years, and that's what they're going to the bank with. So you see, when they don't know what is economic power, and they get it, maybe he's privileged to support himself. But what I will ask, what the corruption in the Forest Corporation, what are people, we hear it quiet as a lamb. You see a minister went in the Heritage and Stabilization Fund, remove money, and the money, and then after they come to push something on an Auditor General, they say there is the amount. One day the budget is 60, one day is 63. Let me talk about that. Then you come now and they say, you borrow a next set, and you raise it to the highest budget ever in this country, $70 billion. For 9 years, 2 budget the PNM region, 2 budget every year the PNM region. And this is the economic, the prosperity. And yet still, them telling me I have to wait till 2028 to get the dragon gas, to be prosperity and to get a better way of life. How much new employment? How much employment they create? PNM block and stop in there. Hiring Pakistan, filling vacancy, and let's plug it with that a makeshift temporary contract. And you telling me this is betterment? The public service, the senior citizen now is borderlining on poverty, on the poverty line. Senior citizens, where they're supposed to have a better life from the state, and then talking about $5 billion. The Prime Minister didn't know how much the budget is. He said it's $50 billion. But how much the national budget is? Oh, they must, thank you, sir. Thank you very much. But you see, you must talk and keep talking. You are just educating me to show how much the present administration is mismanaging this country. Have a nice day today.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Oh boy, the lines are open to all. Just have you all debate methods there.
I don't understand that issue where, Port of Spain spoke about Tobago, and he wasn't wrong. He wasn't wrong about Tobago at all. Because whether it's Mother Bernie or Silver Fox, they don't have access to Farley. Everyone's talking about Andy. You see that day before the THA election, boy, when you went down by them condominiums and you exposed that. Well, that job you do there, boy, Andy, boy, Pitbull, boy, that and all help the people in Tobago to realize that the PNM ain't no good. Farley never called Andy. Farley not one day took an interview with the Ground Report. When you tell them that, hey, Silver Foxes be ashamed, Silver Fox is part of this, Silver Foxes make his contribution along with Mother Bernie, and the program that they love so much, Farley will never ever give an interview. So we have to ask ourselves what Farley have with Trinidad people. Why you have this sort of build-up hate, alleged hate against the people of Trinidad? And when you talk, you're always interviewing with Wall Street. You call Wall Street. Wall Street, we're really going on with Farley. Did the Ground Report say anything bad about Farley? I almost cussed Wall Street. I said, Wall Street, you say some of the most nastiest, dirtiest things about Kamala Prasad, sister. You went to Yankee Stadium and held up a sign saying Kamala, when it is that the PNM was in opposition. Today, when you call Kamala does answer you, Wall Street. So when you talking about who bad talk Farley, we're talking about if Farley have a problem with that, let him come on the program and say it. Don't come and play as though we's a bunch of food. You have a problem with Trinidad people? Or is it that you don't want to talk to the Ground Report because you're leaning more towards PNM and you're leaning more towards Rowley and you want to put Tobago back in the hands of the PNM? Tell us that. Don't lie to us. What about the zip line? What about all those things that you promised on the campaign trail? Wipe the shame off Silver Fox and Mother Bernie face because they're defending you night and day, but they have no access to you. They can't even call you. You don't want no part of them. So we have to ask the question, what Farley have with the Ground Report and the people of Trinidad?
Bang, bang, bang.
Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith. The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Morning caller, where are you calling from? What's your contribution in the ground report this morning?
Again, it's now confirmed that alcoholism is real in Trinidad and Tobago. That gentleman who now talked over the place with the contribution, he talking about corporations and things. The corporations starving for fun, yet Superior and all them corporations having borrowed and big borrowed celebration and Juve. Only give you a chance, man, they mismanaging the money, and yet they're suffering their own people just to come out and say the PNM starving them. Only get real now, man. And you miss Central. Every time a little rain is set up down there flooding, how much years? Year after year after year after year. Who control that area? Who control the regional corporation only? Who are the MPs? Look, only get real, and it's that.
Like he forget Port of Spain does flood too.
Good morning, caller. Where are you calling from? What's your contribution in the ground report this morning?
Morning, gentlemen. Calling from the Barrackport. Gentlemen, I just really like to hear people like that caller who just called it. That is what does give me the energy to know that how you have to fight for this country.
Hey, boy. You're so right, Barrackport. Go ahead, boy. God.
There's always a saying, nothing from nothing leaves nothing. And them come with nothing, they have nothing, and they would leave nothing. That's why all the people who support PNM always end up with nothing. He live in, I'm sure, he talking about Penal area and Debian thing with flooding. Those are water courses, low-lying area. You have to really do a lot to prevent flooding from that. That would take years of planning and infrastructure, but you would never find that happening under the PNM. What happened to Port of Spain? What happened to the city of Port of Spain for the 9 years under this government? One little shower rain and the whole of Port of Spain flooding out. Were he blind? He can't see that? What happened to all the areas that PNM is a stronghold in? That they control, that is crime-ridden, high employment, the most amount of vagrants in the whole Caribbean now resides in Port of Spain. He can't see that. Tobago have been the bastard child of Trinidad. Let me put it that way. Tobago has been dependent on Trinidad from ever since. 4 billion, 3 billion has always been allocated to Tobago. And PNM was mostly in charge of organizing that. What development they have done for Tobago to give Tobago the comparison to all the rest of the other Caribbean islands where tourism is the main income earner? Nothing. When you visit any little Peace island going up the Caribbean, they're much more way advanced and well organized than Tobago. PNM do anything about that? What created, what have, oh God, losing my train of thought, the amount of things I want to bring out right now and educate that. But, you know, we could point out every single thing, every day, over and over, and they would not understand that. Remember the little two fools who they fight in the election and came on TV and crying, oh God, Kamala going to raise the price of fuel, which children can't go to school, she could take away the laptop, which children can't learn. Where are they today? What have Imbert and Rowley them done with the fuel price and the laptop? You hear nothing from them. And this same caller got called back and try to justify some dotishness. But like I say, it just give me the strength and the ability to fight more, because I know there's a tomorrow for and there's a future for my children and the rest of the people who want to live and live happy in this country. And anytime you get distracted with them kind of idiotical philosophy, because that's how Rowley had them, always illiterate, always dependent, always fearful, and always feeling that how they have to serve a master that looks like them. So anytime you're not looking for betterment, you're looking for leadership, you're in the wrong direction, Mr. Man. And you would leave here hoping that you get leadership. And that would never come under Rowley, because when you go back to the history of PNM and people, and Rowley, and then you got to understand the most disrespected and deceived ethnicity in Trinidad and Tobago is the African community. And under an African leader, always they were misled, they were deceived, and they still would not wake up and understand betterment is different from leadership. If you get betterment with leadership, you win twice. But if you're not getting betterment, and you're looking for leadership, and going down the road looking for leadership under people like Rowley and Eric Williams and them, Mr. Man, dog eat your supper. Have a good morning, gentlemen.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Bang, 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 bang.
Good morning, caller. Where are you calling from? What's your contribution on the Ground Report this morning?
All the people complaining and commenting about the state of Port of Spain and the vagrants, yes, we agree, is a problem. But let me take your mind back when the then mayor of Port of Spain came up with a solution to remove the vagrants off the street and house them properly. Ramesh Lawrence Maraj and company went to court and started to talk about human rights. Only must remember, no? Remember, right? Once the UNC is not doing anything, as far as all they're concerned, it is bad. All they just are deceitful, hypocrite people. And you, Mr. Gentleman, who don't talk. Barakpo down there, is Barakpo you from? Only under pressure down there. But because they just say it, all they say of them, the constituents, they just say they're talking. Superior, they does nothing. They tell you Kamala does nothing. They don't even see Kamala in the constituency. But jump high and jump low. If an election call tomorrow, they go and support you. And then only let's talk about what? PNM sycophants. Them is UNC sycophants. And by the way, if always who's celebrating Vasan Bahad return, be reminded Vasan Bahad coming back to get rid of Kamala.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Bang, 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 bang.
Andy Williams, you mean with all that going on in this country, he had the people still siding with the PNM with all the wrongdoings that going on in this country? We have problems where we money missing and nobody and telling me nothing. All you want to fight the Auditor General because she bring it out in the public that all you thief the money. Every day we have a Prime Minister who is a frequent flyer. He talk about Kamala, but he's a frequent flyer. Every minute he go in here, there, and everywhere. And what he bring into the table, nothing. I said, this go happen and that go happen and nothing ain't happening. People of Trinidad and
I'm playing voice notes right now.
We need to stop being distracted by this rubbish. And let me sit down and think about what next. Because his friend rigged the election in Venezuela, but he ain't gonna rig that one here. As long as we come out with vengeance and vote out the PNM. The PNM have no room in this country and we need them out. Them is a disease. They are a disease to this country. And the people of Trinidad and Tobago need to understand. Some of them not coming on the radio and opening up their mouth is the Hamper family. The Hamper and Jersey with money inside it family. And they can't do without that. The kickbacks, they're having it real. And they are the people who suffer in care by school books and buy grocery for their children. And you coming on the radio to talk a set of rubbish and defending these called bandits who keep reaping and raping the treasury of the Trinidad and Tobago citizens. Mikey, I don't understand you, you know. If we can't get access to Farley, unless I could get access to Rowley and him go down there, who could speak to Rowley with all the wrongs that going on in Trinidad? Who tell you we cannot get access to Farley? You can't be calling the man every minute, and Tobago have problems that the man had to try to help to see if he could get rid of. The man have work to do. Yes, you could get him, but you have days for seeing him. Why they don't go on the days that he put for him to see him? He said, make your appointment before. Why they not doing that? When you're done, you're telling me, don't call me name. Because I don't involved in them kind of thing. What I want to see is a better Tobago. And you could say what you want. Farley is not putting back PNM in the hands of Tobago. They cannot come back here. They leave here, and that is final. They will always leave here and cannot come back here because he said the people of Trinidad and Tobago are stupid, but not Tobago. We different. You could say what you want. We different. We are different people. We know when to do something and when not to do it. All of a sudden they're talking. We ain't talking. Actions speak louder than words. And you mightn't see the action, but the people of Tobago listening. And when the time is right, our fingers will be the action people for those people. I don't know about you. Bring them out down there because some of them still talking rubbish. As to the one from Port of Spain. Balize juice crowd his stomach. So he can't see nothing that is wrong. And look at how much crime in Trinidad. And he did it talking rubbish. We don't want it to be going on as the Prime Minister. But he embracing him down there because he must just go in the diplomatic center and drink a big fine wine and a big drink. And nobody know. I said, be careful, Trinidad people. How are you dealing with some people? They're evil. And the evil that run in this country, who have eyes to see, let them see. The underworld that they're dealing with. No, I said the medication, I'll take in the jumbo inside there. So when you go in, everybody, I can't think nothing more than balize. But we in Tobago, we ain't taking no stupidness. We know what is what, and when the time right, we will deal with that.
Bang, 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 bang.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Yeah. Mother Bernie finally wake up. She finally and I hope that the ground reporters in Trinidad hear what she's saying, you know. She finally wake up, access to Farley, tell Farley the ground report want to talk. Trinidad want to hear Farley. We have work to be done. Yeah? Silver Foxes feel ashamed. So Mother Bernie talking, she had to reply because it's shame. There's no access to Farley. Does Farley want to put Tobago back in the hands of the PNM? Let Farley answer that. He's a big man. He's the head of the THA. Farley come on the ground report and answer that. We want to know. Everybody want to know. Are your plans to put Tobago back into the hands of the PNM? And that is the question this morning. Go ahead, Andy.
Where are you calling from and what's your contribution in the ground report this morning?
Yes, this is Tobago here, Silver Fox. I want to ask Mother Bernie this morning to tell me how to get to talk to Farley. How to get to talk to any one of them, because you're easier to talk to God than talk to Farley or any one of them. They get in power so they're going to help the people of Tobago. All who get in work is Adventists. The other people can't get work. We suffering in Tobago. And the next 2 seats that there, we're giving Duke the 2 seats. We're not giving Farley no more power in Tobago. Or look at say what they want. Or look at say what they want. Duke have to win them 2 seats. I will do like Pandey. I will sleep with the devil to see Duke win them 2 seats. Thank you.
Thank you, Silva. And that is what makes this program number one. That's right. We go debate it right here. And let that Spain man talk. Because everybody who walking around feeling there's going to be a walk in the park and you can just waltz into government. These people are going to be the challenge. They are hindering us from living better, and we must live better. What you feel? You feel because of murders, we go just walk in? You feel because of missing money, we go just walk in? You feel because of home invasions, we go just walk in? You feel because 2 students fall through the cracks, you feel we go walk in? You think because of racial division, they will just let me walk in? You think because of dead babies and dengue all these issues, you feel Rowley and the PNM go just step side and let me walk in? They don't care. They don't care about any of these issues that we raise in here. Is we have to care. Is we have to understand what we have to do for ourselves, and we must live better. Let that man talk. It's a wake-up call. Get up off your ass and start making things happen. That's right. The UNC have all kind of things going on. Are you participating? But you're standing on the sideline, shoo, and shoo this, and Kamala this, and Kamala that. Get up, wake up, and make your move. Go see Mother Bernie and them. Go study them. This is the ground report.
Bang, bang, bang.
The ground report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Morning caller, we're calling from. What's your contribution on the ground report this morning?
Morning, Barakpo again here.
Go ahead, Barakpo.
Gentlemen, you see, this is why I like to educate people a little bit. If they could be willing to accept the little knowledge that I would impart on and the little wisdom. I'm not an old person, but the years I live, I learn, and I absorb, and I understand what it needs. Now, the person just now who replied to what I was saying, talk about Ramesh Maharaj, try to bring in human rights for the vagrancy and all this kind of thing. But I got send here a little deep so that you would understand. A government in power wouldn't study about removing people from the streets in vagrant. They would study why are people becoming vagrant in our country. Why are the people ending up on the streets? So before you come into wrongs of people, like they dehumanize them in a way that oh, they have no value, they are nothing, and put them in some institution, a government that wants betterment, that shows leadership, would say, hey, why it is my citizen is ending up on the streets and my country have so much wealth, my country is so prosperous, and then address that. So if somebody ends up on the street, the country and the government could decide that, hey, here what? Let me dig deeper and let me put things in place. But not every morning you get up and you see hundreds and hundreds of homeless people throughout this country. And it keeps getting on bigger and bigger. And you telling me about Ramesh Maharaj 25 years ago? And 9 years now you're in government, and every day you go in Port of Spain, the number of homeless people increasing by 10s and 20s. And you talking about that? It's the same thing only talking about the border for 9 years ago. And look where the country is today with all the guns. What this government do? What idiot Rowley do? What Hines do? What are they doing for 9 years? To better the country, to better the people lives. So don't come with me and tell me about Lawrence Ramesh Maharaj. 9 years, and you know the irony of the whole scenario? Rowley them will drive through Port of Spain every day, and the majority of the people who homeless on the streets looks like him. That is the man who issue about banana. That is the man who brainwashed these idiots and make a big issue about, they call it the black man or the blank man over there. Every issue that he could promote some sort of racial divide in the country, he just use it to fool these fools and them. And they can't see the bigger picture. A government that is caring and want betterment for the people wouldn't study about removing people from the streets. They would study about why are people ending up on the streets? Why are people leaving, coming out of their homes? And because when these people was 15, 16, 17 years old, they wasn't on the streets. You seen them in the 60s, in the late 50s and all kind of thing, ending up on the streets. So what is happening? Is it that our children putting out these people out of their homes? Is it that they have become unemployed? They cannot cope with the rising cost of living in the country? How are government addressing that? So don't come with not dotations and talk about PNM and Lawrence Ramesh Maharaj 25 years ago. Talk about 9 years now and why it is we're facing with this problem of so much homelessness in the country. Have a good morning. I hope you get some education. Take care, gentlemen.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Oh boy, the lines are open. Let me give you all the numbers. Time check. It's 9 o'clock. Oh boy, we go give all the 10 minutes again. Because we want you all to join us tomorrow, please God. Oh boy, the lines are busy. Let me give all the numbers. 225-6644. 225-6644. Or 239-5120. 239-5120. Or give us a WhatsApp call at 366-3053. 366-3053. Or send your WhatsApp voice note. They say a little taste. Too much of something will be good for nothing. And yes, the number one program, as Mikey say, you all will and bring more to lock on tomorrow, please God. Morning caller, because all you have the air to clear. Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, morning. The last caller there, what he doesn't know. Stupid people cannot be educated. And that's what the fellow wall is calling the heat. Very stupid.
All right, Tobago. Nice, I'm going to set up with some voice notes here. Oh boy, we have a set to play out. But when I'm playing it, people call in. Some of the callers only have opportunity to call now, Call now. So when I start to play the voice notes, we're not going to go through this. Go ahead, caller. Morning.
Pleasant good morning, Andy. Mr. Lennox, Mikey K, and all streaming on the live.
Morning.
Our pre-budget consultation continues today, 30th July 2024, place Hoover South Multipurpose Hall. Please, people, come out and let your concerns be heard. We need your support. We want to live better. Thank you, gentlemen, and have a pleasant day.
All right,
yes, and also, yes, there is Hoover South Multipurpose Hall. At the same time, there's also in St. Augustine at the St. Augustine South Community Center. That's Freeman Road in St. Augustine. So that's at 6:30 p.m. As well as she mentioned, the Hoover South Multipurpose Hall, Hoover Main Road, Hoover, and that starts at 6:30 p.m. as well. So giving you and institutional stakeholders a chance to voice their concerns, experiences, and budget recommendations. It's the UNC Pre-Budget Consultation 2024 in Hoover South today, as well as St. Augustine South.
Go ahead, caller.
And go ahead, caller. Go ahead.
Go ahead, caller.
Andy. Good morning.
Yes, we hear you. Go ahead, caller.
Andy, that's what be calling you, the sister. That is different.
Who fella is that?
Down to peaches falling in him out, right? I still begging for them, and the government, but I don't see what the government. I have 5 minutes report and Tongue for he talking. And he's a bad, he will keep upside down. He will sleep upside down. This is the madman here. Have a blessing, and the order. Have a blessing.
All right. Nice. Let me just finish off some of these voice notes. Oh boy, we have to play them. We have to play them, man. Nice. Got next voice note coming in here. Somebody calling now when you out here. Very good. Voice note.
Look at that. A little talk about Tobago and the whole show change. Look at distractionist. Every little thing does distract all you from the issues in the country. The issues in the country that is real. No money to buy school books, raise food prices, transport minister giving hell, transport people giving people hell in Tobago. All the thing changed. Everything just changed. The show just changed to distract all to say all kind of thing. This is where we get distraction. Silver Fox, you could say what you want. You is Juke Boy. The rest of Tobago is not Juke Boy. Juke did something in Tobago that he can't come back neither. He dead too. He's a dead horse. So if you're riding a dead horse, keep riding it. But Watson Juke cannot come back here. And then when they had the plenary the other day, go and say not a cent more for Tobago because he went and had a meeting in Magdalena with Rowley and they discussed not to give the assembly no money. That can't be a man who care for Tobago. That be a man who want to destroy Tobago. So Silver Fox, call me and I'll tell you how to get to Farley because like you ain't living in Tobago, you're living somewhere else. Have a good morning.
bang,
The
bang.
ground report. The ground report.
Wow, wow,
We have
wow.
some. I
Wow,
tell you,
wow.
that's what makes it number one, my friend.
Mother Bernie, a shame, eh? The shame concede that Silver Spock speaking the truth. The shame, eh? Because they expose you. You was only making noise against Fally, as I said, when your son or your daughter or whoever didn't get work. Now they get LLN. Fally is the best thing since sliced bread. According to Mikey, where the so-called supplying report, all the report, how long you supposed to do an audit? How long you supposed to do an audit to expose the PNM? Fally is a fraud, and everybody know that.
Thank you very much, and that's a political fraud. Right here on Real Media TT on Facebook, Real Media TT on YouTube, on the Corridoe Transformation on YouTube. Yes, and Love and Tea on Facebook, Workers' Right Platform. Political fraud. Other than that, we don't know or we disclaim of anything of that man, gentleman, being in that type of way. That gentleman mean a political fraud. Let's go to the line.
That's the conversation. Strange enough. Go ahead. Morning.
Morning, Silver Fox here.
Silver, you go ahead. Don't listen to the background. You listen to the phone. Go ahead, Silver.
Yeah, Silver Fox here. I born here. My neighbor Stringberry here. I don't have to look nowhere else. Mother Bernie, my father mother was Mary Jack, right? My father mother was Mary Jack. So I have Jack too in my family, right? I born here, me come here, and I know I am talking what I am meeting up for myself. You can say what you want about Duke, right? Duke is a fighter. Duke is a man of the people. You could meet Duke anyway and get anything from him. You could meet any one of them anywhere and get anything from them. Duke is a man of Tobago. Duke is a big man, right? And I will follow Duke to the end of this world. And there will be nobody to stop me. No talk to stop me, right? I don't take talk. I am a man. I am a man and a real man of Trinidad and Tobago. And I will fight for him. And I will fight to see Duke get in power. And I just don't care who think what or who think why. Because we are just human. Thank you.
Wow. Okay. Oh boy.
Well, you see, Andy, the fact of the matter, the seats are lining up, the seats are lining up. Now, Mother Bernie had a very serious issue, and I think she's right. Nobody's getting away from the true core issues that are affecting the people of Trinidad and Tobago. But the seats are lining up, and people want to know. And all I ask is one simple question. Do you have intentions of placing Tobago back in the hands of the PNM? That's all. Are you leaning more towards the PNM? Are you chumming up with Dr. Rowley? And tell me what's wrong about asking that question, because we want to know. The seats are lining up. We want victory. Victory is a must. With victory, we will live better, and and of course, we will have a better Trinidad and Tobago. So yes, Mother Bernie, the issues are there, and this is part of the main issues, because we are heading for victory, and we want to make sure that we are cutting our path clear enough for the people who understand where we want to be and where this country is heading.
Oh boy. Ah boy.
Oh yes, indeed.
Mikey boy, duty calls. It's a 9 minutes past. Duty calls, boy. We will have to leave all of this.
I understand.
Tomorrow, please God.
That's right. Don't forget, of course, this evening, tonight, with the Observer. That's right. Yours truly, Mikey K, Gael TV, Amplia, Flow, Tigo, Facebook, YouTube, and we also have the Corridoe Transformation. And again, those are two UNC pre-budget consultation taking place in Couva and St. Augustine. So folks, get involved, participate. There are many things that are happening, many programs, and right here, the number one, where you get to know everything that's happening in TNT on the ground, right here on the ground report. Gentlemen, it's been a pleasure. Tomorrow, of course, I expect to be in earlier tomorrow. We have a lot to discuss. And if you have a problem with that Port of Spain caller, well, get your rebuttals ready. Go and do your homework. Go and do your research and let know where you stand. It's been 9 years of suffering. This is not going to be a walk in the park. Until tomorrow, we are out of here.
Nice. So as Mikey say, if you already have any rebuttaling to do for Port of Spain, or whether it be corporal or whoever it is, get your facts, organize, put things in place, and get ready for tomorrow, please God. Right here, same place, from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Real Media TT Facebook, Real Media TT YouTube, Corridoe Transformation, Love Laventille Facebook, Workers' Right platform, and there will be many, many, many other platforms that we are in negotiation with. We are out here until tomorrow morning, please God.
Bang, bang, bang. Bang, 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 bang.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Bang, 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 bang.
Because I say Ramesh is a good leader. Ramesh is a deceiver. I say Ralphie is a superman. Different Ralphie is a soccer man. You misprint my chutney. Different tree misprint my chutney. I hope you all hearing clearly. But look how they misprint my chutney. I hope you all hearing clearly. But look how they misprint my chutney. Sugar allows a lover man. The print allows is an obia man. I say Pink Panther could sing since he born. The print Pink Panther is get plenty horn. I say how the crow they sing real good. The print how the crow they stick real wood. I say Manning supporters is always want. The print Manning said to hold the mother. Manning is print no chutney. The print dream is print no chutney. You all hearing clearly, but look how the crow he fed me. I hope you all hearing clearly, but look how the misprint my chutney. Why? Manning is a great leader. The print Manning is a big loser. I say come lad up. Rowley must go. Rowley must go. This is massive go side. Wicked and wild. Why do? What you do? Why do? What you do? Rowley. You fuck up when they go. You fuck it up. 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 Rowley. You fuck up when they go. You fuck it up. 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 From Citrus to Mayaro, you fuck up when they go. From Sando to Tobago, you fuck up when they go. Rowley. You fuck up when they go. You fuck it up. 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 Rowley Muma.
qualification that I must have to be a politician. When I grow up, you must swear on Bible and take false oath. You must use big words to get votes. You must lie and watch me straight in the eye. Oh, son, that's the quality. Daddy, could you tell me what's the qualification that I must have to be a politician? When I grow up, you must swear on Bible and take false oath. You must use big words to get votes. You must lie and watch me straight in the eye. Oh, son, that's the qualification of a politician.
When you hear Mrs. Passad's successor say that they built 100 schools while they were in office, I heard of that nonsense last week again. They built 100 schools. I want to ask the media to ask Mrs. Passad Bissessa to give you, the media, a list of the 100 schools that they built when they were in government.
I think that he spoke about on the political platform approximately a week or week and a half ago, and that is that he wanted us from the opposition to give him the list of schools that we have constructed during our period 2010 to 2015. But it is incumbent for me, as the former Minister of Education, to give the names of the schools because the Honorable Prime Minister has asked for the lists of the schools. Under the management of Mrs. Bissessa as Prime Minister, the Ministry of Education constructed and completed 69 early childhood education centers, 31 primary schools, 6 secondary schools. In addition, additional blocks were built at another secondary school. And for answering the Prime Minister's question, the 31 primary schools completed, and it will include those schools that were opened in
When you hear Mrs. Passad's successor say that they built 100 schools while they were in office, I heard of that nonsense last week again. They built 100 schools. I want to ask the media to ask Mrs. Passad Bissessa to give you, the media, a list of the 100 schools that they built when they were in government.
I think that he spoke about on the political platform approximately a week or week and a half ago, and that is that he wanted us from the opposition to give him the list of schools that we have constructed during our period 2010 to 2015. But it is incumbent for me, as the former Minister of Education, to give the names of the schools because the Honorable Prime Minister has asked for the lists of the schools. Under the management of Mrs. Bissessa as Prime Minister, the Ministry of Education constructed and completed 69 early childhood education centers, 31 primary schools, 6 secondary schools. In addition, additional blocks were built at another secondary school. And for answering the Prime Minister's question, the 31 primary schools completed, and it will include those schools that were opened in 3 of the sitting ministers now in government, including the Prime Minister. The Rosilac Presbyterian Primary School, Riversdale Presbyterian, Tunapuna Government Primary, Balmain Presbyterian, Pinal Rock Road SDMS, Mount Pleasant GPS Soledad Road North Claxton Bay, Palo Seco Government Primary School, Lengua Presbyterian Primary School, Arima New Government Primary School, Tulsa Trace SDMS, Barrackbo Asja Rees Road Barrackbo, St. Barbara Spiritual Shelter Baptist, Echo Village Anglican Primary School, Monkey Tongue Government Primary School, Febo Village Government Primary, Enterprise Government Primary, Union Presbyterian in Hermitage Road, Manzanilla Nareva Government Primary, Lower Komoto Government Primary, Kanhai Presbyterian, Charlieville Presbyterian, Egypt Village Government Primary, and the Minister of Public Administration would remember when we opened her school together at Rose Hill, RC, at 6 LaCool Street, Laventille Road, East Dry River. Rio Claro Presbyterian, Grand Street, and the Minister of Finance now will also remember when we went up to Paramin and we opened the Paramin RC school in Hills Crescent. And we have photographs to demonstrate that. And also the Honorable Prime Minister would remember when our Prime Minister at that time gave him a yellow buttercup when we were opening the Point Kumana RC Belleran Street in Point Kumana. 26. And New Grant Government Primary, Captiville Government Primary, Pinal Queenam Government Primary, Monroe Road Hindu SDMS, and Durham Village SDMS. Mr. Deputy Speaker, these are the 31 primary schools that we constructed during 2010. The 6 secondary schools completed were the Marabella South, Gopal Lands, Marabella, Aranguez North, Boundary Road, San Juan, Couva West Secondary at Balizier Street in Couva, Princestown East, Matilda Junction, St. Julian Village, Princestown, with the member for Princestown, Five Rivers Secondary School, which is now ravaged, St. Augustine Secondary. An additional block was completed in Diego Martin North, St. Lucian Road, Diego Martin, with 17 additional classrooms. The Haji construction was paid $60 million by that last administration, and they left the country without doing anything to these early childhood education centers. So we had to inherit many of these contractors who they were supposed to be paying were never paid. So we set about to construct those 24 early childhood education, and amongst them, so out of the 69 early childhood care and education centers we constructed, Aranguez Johnny King Road, Arima New, Aruka Pine Haven, Bamboo in Jafat Street, Bamboo, Ben Lomond, Bonaire at corner of Olivine Avenue and Blue Mussel Street, Brothers, number 73 Garth Road, Williamsville. These are the early childhood education centers. Buonintendo, Hillside Gardens, Carlson Field, Tasker Road, Cashew Gardens, Caroni SDMS, Cora Royal Road, Lagoya Road, Cora, Clark Rochard Road, Clark Rochard and Rochard Road, Corinth Hills, HDC site, Kunjal, number 214 Kunjal Main Road, Kush, the corner of Kunapo, Southern Main Road, the Kush Village, Edinburgh South, HDC site, Egypt Oasis, in Das Trace in Kunopia, Egypt Trace in Endeavour Road, El Dorado ECC, Enterprise in Cedar Road, Faizabad, number 22 Road, Gasparillo ECC, Golconda, Harmony Hall, number 24, Jacob Hill, 25, La Horquetta, South Gladius Street, La Horquetta, La Rofin, Lisa Gardens, Lower Komoto, Madras, Malabar, Pomegranate Avenue, Malabar in corner Lennox Yearwood Expressway, Polybitodio, 7 Flamingo, Maloney in Jacana Avenue, Maloney Gardens, Maloney in Flamingo Boulevard, Maloney, Marabella, Light Pole 51, that's number 35, Maracas ECC 36, Mirage Hill 37, Maraval, Mount Coco Road, I pass there and I see it all the time, Mendez, Pinal Queenam Road, Milton, corner Temple Street and Judingham Drive, Morva, Mount Hope, Pioneer Drive and Sunshine Avenue, Monroe Road, SDMS, Warren Road, Kunupia, Orupun Gardens, number 44, Palmis 45, Phoenix Park, Phoenix Park Road in California, Pleasantville, Prince Albert Street, Pleasantville, Quarry Village, La Brea Trace, Ragunanan Road Enterprise, number 49, Rancho Comado, number 6, South Trace, Rancho Comado, 50, Ravine Sab, Londonville, that's in my constituency, Reform Government, ECC Reform, Retrench HDC site, Roystonia in Salaka Drive, Salazar Trace in Salazar, Point Forte, Sonny Ladu, ECC, Southern Gardens, Springvale, ECC in Springvale, St. Ambrose, Anglican, Jackman Trace, Cunupia, St. Anne's, number 8, St. Anne's Gardens, St. Anne's, number 61, St. Augustine Corner, Warren and St. John's Road, 62, St. Barbara Spiritual Shouter Baptist, members will remember that, 63, St. Columba Anglican, 64, St. Mary's Village, 65, Union Hall, 66, Valencia in Armadillo Drive, New Valencia Gardens, Valencia, Wallerfield, corner of Churchill Roosevelt Highway and Amazon Drive, Wallerfield, Warrenville TIA, Robert Trace, that's number 68, and number 69, Wellington Road, HDC site, Wellington Road, Davie. So, Mr. Deputy Speaker, in answer to the Prime Minister's question, we have in Parliament today given the list of the 69 early childhood education centers which we constructed and completed, the 31 primary schools which we started and completed, 6 secondary schools which were completed by us, and an additional block. Mr. Speaker, these are the 169 ETC centers, 21 primary schools, 6 secondary schools completed under the Kamala Prasad Bisesa administration.
When you hear Mrs. Prasad Bisesa say that they built 100 schools while they were in office, I heard her with that nonsense last week again. They built 100 schools. I want to ask the media to ask Mrs. Prasad Bisesa to give you, the media, a list of the 100 schools that they built when they were in government.
I think that